Welcome to episode 4 of Knights of Faded Roses, PDX Gaming Productions show, and we are here to bring to you a Vampire the Masquerade TTRPG. A couple of pre-show announcements. A reminder that this is a vampire game, so there may well be violence, blood, gore, and guts, not to mention a lot of swearing, and probably a lot of sexual content and innuendo. So, if you are not comfortable with that, please shut it off now, because there's absolutely no stopping these people. It's just not. This is a non-canon Vampire the Masquerade game. For those who are new to watching us here, this means that this little game of ours, we're all based on the tabletop role-playing game of Vampire the Masquerade. It is not something that is sanctioned by, nor a part of the World of Darkness world. We do not get kickbacks, revenue, or recognition from World of Darkness, nor its affiliated storylines. So, this leads us right into the next bit, which is sponsorships. If you are a gaming or comic book shop, we would love to advertise your business here. You can have your shop info up on the screen and at our intermission, so please contact us on Twitter, YouTube, or at PDX Gaming Productions, and find us at the link down below. It's going to be there, trust me. Also, if you love what you see and are becoming a fan of our Vamily, please consider donating using link down below in the YouTube description. We want to be as transparent as possible and above board with donations. So we have the link to donate directly to the studio here rather than to a private PayPal account. I just checked the PayPal link. It is up and running for both smartphones and computers. So be sure to label your donation with PDX Gaming Productions so that it can be applied to our studio fees. We would once again like to thank Willamette Falls Studios for hosting our game and Josh Reynolds for being here to help produce our game. If you'd like more information on how Willamette Falls can help your studio productions, please drop them a line. We'll have their link down there below too. They have state-of-the-art studio spaces, including a podcast booth, a fully functioning studio kitchen, green screen studio, standard studios, editing suites, and a soon-to-be musical recording studio down in their basement. They also have meeting venues here as well, which are gorgeous. So definitely, if you are in the Clackamas area and you need to have a space to meet or a space to record, go ahead and drop them a line. Their prices are exceedingly reasonable. Last, we have a lot of birthdays all at once in this group. I don't know what happened, but apparently your parents are really, really, really friendly during the winter. Yeah. Last month it was Rob and Andrew. This time it's Diana, who is now the reason for life, the universe, and everything. So happy birthday to you, dearest. We have a gift for you back at my house, so I will go ahead and get that to you after the show.
And it has begun.
I believe that all the announcements are done for now. So
hey, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Where can people follow us online?
Oh, yes, they can follow us on Twitter at PDX Gaming Productions, or they can go to Facebook at the Knights of Faded Roses Facebook group. I can talk today.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, my good Lord. So, without further ado, now I believe that all those announcements are done. So let's start this session's Knights of Faded Roses. So you guys did some interesting things at the last show. There was There was some interesting backstory information that we found out about John, a little bit more family information with you. And then everybody sort of came back into Portland, and you had
Started rolling dirt.
started searching for some things, not the least of which was a tattoo. And you found some leads through to C-Tramp Tattoos, tracked down a gentleman in the Northeast Portland area, freaked the fuck out of him, and one of you handed a poor Tremere who had never used a gun
A Mac 10.
a Mac 10 and told her to just dump the mag. So, yeah. You
Gotta
then
learn sometime.
you then went back and did a B&E into. Yes, you will.
Only if you can make 'em magic bullets.
We'll be doing experience at the end of tonight. So yeah, so you'll be able to go ahead and add some XP to your traits and things today. So yeah, you then did a B&E on C-Tramp Tattoos, took all of their information
And the equipment.
and the equipment, all of their hard drives and everything, and took off out the door. And the last bit was very interesting because John got a text message, and all it said was knock knock. So at this point, I believe you guys had reconnoitered back at the clubhouse, as it
The
were.
warehouse.
At the warehouse. You went to his warehouse, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
And that's
And
where you got
I
the.
believe the message actually said, "I'm here."
No, I think it said knock knock.
It said knock.
It said
No,
knock
it said
knock.
knock, knock.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
knock knock.
Yeah.
You're watching too much Poltergeist.
Yeah. So
I see dead people.
now that you are at his warehouse, what's?
So we're picking up from then.
I think we're going to pick up from then. Yeah, because we didn't really have a resolution as to going back or any place else. So I thought it was an easy way to go ahead and.
This means no rouse
end
track,
this
so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Same here.
So
I respond to the text.
Who is?
Who is this?
It's a new phone. I haven't programmed this number yet. I don't have my contacts. Who is this?
There you go.
New vamp who dis?
new vamp who this?
Who dis?
You don't get a response.
I get out of the truck and walk up to the Subaru and go,
Okay.
you might want to wait here. I got to check on something.
Okay. I'm still in the truck, by the way.
Oh, you're still in the truck.
I'm still
That's
in the truck.
fantastic.
Are you still packing the now empty Mac 10?
Yes, I still have the empty Mac 10.
He's like,
no, that's my. No.
no, give it back. No, give it back.
I walk back to the truck. Hey, you're going to need this. I pull the mag out of the Mac 10 and put a full mag in it.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm going to lean over to the glove box.
I give it to the NOS because she might not know how to use a gun, but
She's not gonna dump it.
I also Nosferatus are dangerous in general. Give them a gun, it doesn't change much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out a Beretta 9mm with a 15-round clip
Okay.
with hollow point rounds.
Nice. All right.
Well, I'm waiting for my Ralphus pistol to arrive.
And my only weapon is a Sykes Fairbairn, so.
Make sure my Jane Austens are ready. Pride and Prejudice.
Nice.
That's right. I'll blast you back to the Regency area.
You're doing the Boondock Saints thing. All right. I can dig on that.
Okay.
So I'll go up to the entry of the warehouse and open the door.
Okay.
Look inside.
It's dark. The lights are not on, but you can see for the most part. As a vampire, you do have low light abilities to see in, and you can see for the most part. The warehouse is full. It at least looks full. It's got boxes everywhere.
Go turn the lights on.
Okay.
Open the door.
The roll top.
The roll-up door. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing seems disturbed. Nothing. It's basically, from what you remember from everything rolling in from when you first arrived. It all seems to be all in place.
I'm gonna message the boys and tell them I need a new phone. This one's getting too hot.
Glitchy.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a message back. Fine, we'll get you one in about an hour.
Meet me at this warehouse.
Okay, no problem, boss.
We have to wait here for an hour?
No.
Okay, so you said you're rolling up the loading doors that you
Yeah.
get? Is this a ground level loading dock, as in, or is it?
I would have.
Or is it got like?
Yeah, no. This one is it's one of the ground level units. It doesn't
Okay.
have a raised dock.
Then I'll leave my head out. And,
So it's got to slow down for the
do
trucks?
you want to leave the vehicles out here, or do you want us to pull in?
Just back the truck in. We'll leave the
Oh,
Subaru
okay.
out.
I do know how to drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll.
Well, knowing
back
how
in.
John rolls.
Hand me
definitely
the Mac
wants
before you
to
drive.
I don't know. Back in the holster she goes.
Hey, she made the warning about sexual innuendos. I'm allowed to.
Hey, innuendo, buddy.
No.
Oh my
As long
God.
as it's not in me, though.
Wow. Moving along. All right.
Sorry, bad joke. Anyway, okay, so back.
Yeah, no, Shane's just gonna stay with the car. Stay with the car with like his guns like in his hand, but his finger's not on the trigger.
Okay.
He's just like sitting there, arms crossed, with two guns, just like tapping them against himself.
Do you want me to back it in, nose out? Okay,
Back it in.
back it in.
Backing on up. Backing on up. Backing up. Backing on up. All right. So yeah, everything looks pretty
Oh wait,
right where you left it. I mean, the two guys that are inside that are in the warehouse themselves, they come up. They're like, "What do you need?"
Move this stuff up into my office.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Chloe
And,
is with John,
and then
by the way.
and then do a perimeter search. There may be somebody on premises that we don't want here.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I don't think we've had anybody here besides you guys.
That's fine. I just want you to look.
Sure,
Yeah.
no problem. One of them gets to going ahead and hauling stuff up, and the other one starts going ahead and doing a perimeter search around.
Well, I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled while they're doing that,
Okay,
and then I'll follow him up to my office. And
okay. Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Go ahead and actually do... Let me just double check here. Do. Go ahead and roll for me composure and resolve, please.
You don't have any horses, do you?
He's got Chloe next to him. It's like,
yeah. Okay. I don't even think I have it.
composure, resolve. You got 4 pips in resolve.
Oh man,
Composure,
see, I
so you're rolling
can't.
6.
Yeah, see, my brain is so.
I remember you're doing your hunger.
You can use these ones too if you want.
Use these.
You need 6.
Yeah.
I don't trust my dice. I'm using yours. That way, if I fail, it's your fault.
Technically, he bought these dice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I buy these things. They were the only ones I could find in the whole Portland area.
Yeah.
Jeez. I need to get.
Send us dice.
There you go.
Enough D10.
Hey, if we can get a sponsorship from Level Up Dice, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be very awesome.
4 successes.
Yeah.
4 successes?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 successes.
All right. So, as ruffled as you had been when you first got that text message, you have managed to maintain enough composure to not decide to start having a complete conniption fit with everything that's going on. Mostly probably because everything seems to be copacetic inside the warehouse.
All right.
Once the truck's backed in, or the Escalade's backed in, I'm going to look around the shop for a screwdriver.
Okay.
And once I locate said screwdriver, I'm going to go into the trunk section, once it's unloaded, lift the back hatch, pull out a replacement set of plates, and swap plates.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's still hot.
Yeah, very easy to do. The downstairs guard shop area has a full set of basic tools, which includes several
I didn't know if we
sizes.
walked into a strip shop or not, but
No, it's
No.
more
or
of a
chop shop rather.
warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a warehouse, but they have general tools in the guard shack just because, you need to be able to open up crates and things. And depending on
Breaks
what,
down.
and depending on what it is that you happen to be securing said crates with, you'll want to go ahead and have certain tools. So they have a basic set, including a crowbar, so.
Cool.
Cool.
Look back at you and say, you really just need a multi-tool. Maybe you'll get that for your
Multi-tool would be
Christmas.
That would be great. Thank you.
Like a multi-tool's hard for you to get.
Yeah, but like I'll give it away for no reason.
All right. Switch off the motor and
And I'll
pile out.
Okay.
Shut the rolling door back down.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, the last of the computers and files have been moved up into your office at this point. Guy that was doing the peripheral came back. Nothing out of the ordinary, boss. I haven't seen anything. I went out as far as about 25, 50 feet. Nothing.
Thanks.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
We might or might not have company later.
Are your cameras
Okay.
normal or IR?
And the boys are on the way. I have IR.
Okay. So that would help fix unseen presence or any of that.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. I will let you know when they arrive.
Thanks.
Yep. And he goes back down to the guard shack.
Everything okay over there?
I keep getting messages.
What sorts of messages?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yeah, who's
On
that?
your
Yeah,
phone,
I
I
just
take
asked
it?
who the hell it was.
Must be a vampire. They can't go in without being invited. So they need to knock. Right?
I'm sure there are some that are that, but
Oh.
yeah.
Must have just been an old wives' tale that they told me back at home. My bad. I thought we weren't allowed to. I thought we had to ask. I'm sorry.
Some do.
Some do.
Yeah.
Some can't
go over
stand
here.
religious
I grab-
iconography. So
I
it's,
grab some bread from the Escalade and I go over to the side, start making crow noises and throwing bread on the ground.
You're inside a closed door.
Yeah.
No, I'm still outside.
he said he went outside.
He said he went outside.
You were there, but then you came back out right after you talked to the guys.
Yeah. So, but the personnel door is still open, just the roll-ups down.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, then I go outside and I start making crow noises and feeding crows
Eating
with
little
bread.
crows of bread.
Hey, ever since that last interaction with the crows, man, I feel like I need to get to know the crows in this town better.
Strangely,
There are a
you
lot of them.
actually, you're getting more seagulls than crows.
I mean, I can talk to them too.
Mine.
Bye, bye.
Strangely, it is being a port town.
Brad?
Bread, mine. Yeah. Sorry, Disney. We're not getting that sponsorship now.
We're never gonna get
We're
that.
never getting that
We're never getting
sponsorship.
that from them.
Nope. So,
So you can't. That's coming from.
I don't know who it is. We got work to do. Let's get into these computers.
Is there a way to backtrace the phone?
I was going to ask Aliana if she.
I mean,
felt up to
it's
it.
completely possible to
You up to
backtrace
it?
as long as they have
Why the hell?
things there.
Your laptop's in the back seat, may as well.
John probably has a burner phone, so it's probably not possible.
I'll set you up at my desk.
Okay.
It's always good to
Grab a
eliminate.
power supply, some USB cables and things, and say, here you go.
It's like, here's the box of cables.
Good luck.
Can keep it all in this one box.
It's a box of
I'm
spaghetti
going to start
here.
going through the
roll 'em up or
paperwork
anything.
that we retrieved.
Okay.
Specifically the clientele listings, looking for. What was her name? Shannon, I think it was.
Yes, I believe it was Shannon.
Looking for Shannon's info.
Okay. Go ahead, and if you've got investigation and
Can I do wits and intelligence?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do wits and intelligence. That's a good replacement for investigation. I could see that.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Rihanna, would you like a hand?
Yeah, find me the right hookup cables.
Right. What are we looking at? Right. Yeah. USB.
It takes about 2 or 3 hours. There's a lot to go through.
Well, the boy is certainly busy.
I mean, this is you guys have grabbed about 4 years worth of information.
Okay.
And in that time, on average, they see probably about 30 to 40 people a week.
Okay.
So
So once we find her, how long ago was her work done?
about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So not sure if the information that you have on file is up to date or not. At that time, this was her first tattoo. She was a ripe old 18.
You cross-reference her name.
Yeah, what's the last name?
Phillips.
Because obviously we found her body parts. I've come back inside and I have like bird poop on my shoulder.
And angry seagulls clamoring for more.
As I like come in, I like throw the rest of the bread out. I'm like, yeah, cross-reference her name online because we found her body parts. So at least there might be like a missing persons report.
That's what I was
or something.
thinking, yeah. No, Mr. Hitchcock, I loved your movie.
Yeah, seriously.
What?
You got shit
Shirt.
all
What?
over you.
You smell.
You've got bird shit all over you, mate.
We're vampires. How do we? Can we smell? I mean, I got confused about the being invited in thing.
Oh my god.
Yes, we
Are you
can
still on
smell.
that?
Well, okay. Yes, you can still smell.
Either way. Shares.
Yeah.
We're in a warehouse.
Do you really want that on the seats of the car?
It's not his
My
fucking car.
Escalade.
Hang on. John, do you want that on the seats of your car?
Not his Escalade either.
I don't want it on the seats of my car,
There you go.
I'll ride in the Escalade then.
which is also
Strapped into the
mine.
hood of a car like a deer.
Like, come on, this is natural, guys. It's just birds.
I start looking around for a fire hose.
Well, you do find one, strangely
There's a
enough.
shower in the locker room.
Like Chloe walks up to me and like sniffs me and chuffs and then walks back over to John. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll change. Jesus.
Shower in the locker room.
And I just take off my shirt and you just see like shirtless, like Lestat looking dude. Because like my character,
Are you
I still have it in the notes
Yeah.
that Lestat was based off him. So I did say that last time we had.
Yes.
No, you did.
Yes, he did.
Conversation.
Yeah.
And so like he just takes his shirt off and it's just like glistening like tight muscle.
Oh my God.
And like everybody in the room remembers that he has 4 pips and beautiful.
At least it's glistening and not
He's
sparkling.
just dumb.
Big himbo energy.
Okay, yep. Meanwhile,
So he's Thor.
wipe the drool off my chin
Oh
and
my
get back
God.
to work.
So you're basically saying he's Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, and no, if like Thor and Loki had like a love child,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
which I know a lot of people want to see that movie.
Yes.
There it is, right in front of you. Ta-da.
Okay,
along.
I'm going to start, since she's backtracking phones, I'm going to use my phone, since I did not bring a laptop.
Okay.
And just start looking for missing persons reports or, well, see, we found the body, so it would not be an obit. So start looking for missing persons reports for Miss Shannon Phillips.
Okay. Do.
So what was with the donkey? What was that about?
It never got to go that
We
far.
never figured out what the
God.
dog.
I suspect it was either a...
I think
Jonathan
someone
has
was
an odd kink.
He likes. I think he likes watching people, right?
No, he's definitely a
Oh no, he wants to be involved.
Oh my god.
Oh, gross.
What have I got myself
Well, I mean, the donkey was in a cage, a big cage, like
The
a
donkey
fighting
was in a
cage.
fighting ring.
The donkey was
Yeah.
in a fighting ring.
It was in like a fighting ring with Fluffy.
We saved Fluffy. It's good.
There's a reason
Got
why Fluffy
out.
is hanging out in the West Hills right now.
I'm really glad you guys got Fluffy out of that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let anybody hurt my boy.
Not gonna lie, that irks me in ways I can't even describe.
I'm surprised you're stuck on the donkey and not the fact we literally.
Because it's a flipping donkey, mate.
We found a room full of body parts. That's not more impressive.
And 3 Russian wolves.
That's common.
Ignore
That's
the wolves
actually
don't
pretty
matter. He wanted to watch me fuck the wolves. I can guarantee this.
Unfortunately, you're
They were all
probably
Yeah.
right.
too.
You're probably right.
I don't trust Toreadors anymore.
I haven't trusted Toreador since my embrace.
You do find a missing persons report about 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
It was filed by her parents.
Okay.
There's been absolutely no resolution to it.
Okay. So
Bet you $10 she was a thin blood.
our friend Shannon was
We don't know.
reported missing 1.5 years ago. So, and since the body was already dead, we don't really have a way of checking whether or not she had been embraced at any point in there.
That's the first identification we've had.
And we don't know how long. I mean, the bodies were varying stages of decay, so it can't have been dismembered that long before. But I'm not a forensic scientist, so I couldn't tell you, when. But I figure body's going to start getting ripe and bloaty around, a week.
Unless it was a vampire.
Even so, then it's going to start decomposing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to say she's a dead end, but so that's within wait a minute, that's within 6 months of her getting the tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quick.
The other flash, because there were other you said that there were multiple instances of
3, I think.
There were 3 of them.
Scott's flash. Start looking for that and see if I can figure out who got those
Okay.
and what their statuses are.
Go ahead and roll one more intelligence and wits for me.
Three successes.
Okay. A little bit longer, still goes ahead. You find the other 2. One by the name of James, no last name. Looks like this might have been something that Scott had done on the fly.
Okay.
One of their pop-up shops, basically.
Okay. About how long ago?
The Sea Tramp, while not necessarily, they don't go below board, but what they do on occasion is like the Friday the 13th pop-up shops
Right.
where you get the cheap, $5, $10 tattoo
Right.
flash. This is what that is, basically.
Do we have a date on when that one was?
That was about a year ago.
Okay. And then you said the third one?
Third one was Nick. And that was
Last
about
name
a
or
year
no
and a
last
half
name?
ago. No last name either.
Fuck. Well, that's going to make searching for missing persons reports a little challenging.
Shannon have any surviving family members or anything?
The missing persons report was filed by her parents.
Okay.
It's a little late in the night for me to go talking to them now.
Where are the parents from?
Parents are originally from Ohio.
Are the parents still here, or are they still in Ohio?
See what we can find out. It's going to take more digging than I'd really be able to do well on my phone.
Might be at that end.
I've got another machine, I can dig into that with you.
You didn't bring your laptop?
Hold on, let me check my boot.
Your boot?
In the boot.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Right. British slang terms.
Sorry, I was thinking Palm Pilot stuck in your foot.
I thought she had a PDA in her boot.
Pulled out a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Fucking yikes. Right.
Because what it sounds like is this Shannon girl probably got in with the wrong crowd. Mm-hmm. Like, got out of Ohio, didn't want to be. I mean, it's Ohio.
Depends on where in Ohio. There's some pretty.
Got herself a tattoo and then started running with the wrong groups.
What's interesting is we've got over a 2-year period, 3 folks who had this work done, one of which was reported missing. I'm sorry, how long ago was that?
2.5 years.
No, she got the tat 2.5 years.
Oh, a year and a half. Was reported
Okay,
missing.
reported missing a year and a half ago.
Oh, hold on. Do we have any?
So,
Does anybody have Trinisa's information?
yeah, I do.
You should send her a list of names and see if any of them pop out to her.
The only one I've got a last name on is Shannon.
No, send her the list of people who got a tattoo.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna grab one of the computers we snagged.
Okay.
Start hooking it up.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Send her the list and see if any of the names pop out at her, and if she, because she might know more about like the vampires and the thinbloods in town, and so if there's any more of those on that list, then we might have a connection.
It's possible.
Because what I'm wondering is, if like, because somebody's obviously recruiting people to become thinbloods. I'm trying.
Recruiting
to
or just
figure out.
grabbing them. I mean,
It could be recruiting.
It doesn't seem to be.
It could be both.
It doesn't strike me as like what the Sabbat do with their shovel heads, but it's, yeah, somebody's definitely just going to town.
And we're also only kind of seeing the half of it where people are just getting taken.
Right.
We don't necessarily know if there is a group that are actually joining of their own accord.
Well, that's part of why we should probably go back to looking for Jacob too.
To that point, yes, but I also don't think. I think that I don't know. Like I have this weird suspicion in my head, and obviously this isn't built on anything because we don't know that much in regard to the situation. But I don't know if Jacob is more involved than just being a brewer or not.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like if this is a whole thing, I wouldn't want the brewer knowing how deep it goes.
Right.
I would want to keep him in the dark, just like the same as I would want to do with, the thinbloods that do my running. It would be the same idea. I wouldn't want them to really know the depth of what's going on. So that's why I was saying talk to Trinisha, because a sheriff might kind of have.
Well, she's not a sheriff. Oh, no, you're right. I'm
Or
sorry.
she is. She's
I was
the
mixing
only
I was
one.
mixing
She
up
is
with
the
Tamina.
only
Sorry.
sheriff in town right now.
Sorry, I got names mixed.
And so she might know. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. I had to look at my notes. Because Trinisha might know more just about, in general, the kind of vampires that are around here, and she might just know, especially like the thinbloods, because if the cam was in charge before this point, they'd probably know more about who was thinblood and who wasn't in the area.
Well, sheriff certainly should know. All right, I'm going to text Trinisa,
Okay.
ask her, you up? You got a minute?
Of course, darling. What do you need?
So I'm going to call her, put her on speaker. So just a little bit of a heads up, because I'm sure it'll show up on your desk sooner or later. There was a B&E at C-Tramp Tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yes. And among the things taken were a list of clients.
Why?
A little birdie just handed those lists to me, and I was wondering if I send that list to you, can you check and see if you know any of them as thinbloods? Because you do.
Oh, I have no shirt on.
I apologize. Did you know what was found at Jonathan's party?
I mean, I'm definitely aware of Jonathan's proclivities.
Did you see?
dismemberment?
Did you see the room of
Dead bodies on the floor.
abattoir?
No.
There was a room filled with bodies, which I suspect is why the cops showed up.
Body parts.
Body parts.
Body parts.
Well, that's
No heads.
disturbing. I'm going to need to give Jonathan a visit.
We've tracked down details on some limited details on 3 of them based on tattoos on the bodies.
Send me the list. I'll let you know what I find.
Thank you. I will get it to you. It's a little late to get it to you tonight, so I'll have it to you first thing tomorrow.
That's fair.
Send her a copy of the tattoo. I want to know whose brand that is.
All right.
Point.
I will take a look and see what I can find.
Do you have a scanner?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scan them all, put them all in a PDF, and ship it over.
Okay. That's fair.
Thanks, dear. Talk to you tomorrow.
And say after you get off the phone with her, I was like, do we also have any connections to Tamina?
I've got an appointment with her day after tomorrow.
That's the Asimite, by the way.
Because she said we'd meet up Monday, and it's now Sunday morning.
Yeah, late Sunday morning. We gotta get inside soon. When's
Yeah, well,
sunrise?
we are inside, but I assume you have safe rooms in here, John? Or do I need to book it back down to my place?
I was about to say.
No, there's, I don't know if you noticed, but there's no windows here.
I had noticed, but
There's a comfy room, what do they call that? One of those restrooms or whatever. You know, humans, they always want to take a nap in the middle of the
Oh, okay, yeah. A lounge? No,
Quiet
that's not
room.
a
No,
bouillette.
that's not
It's like a quiet room. It's got 4 beds.
Okay.
To vampires, oubliettes are quiet rooms.
Forever.
Forever.
And ever, and ever.
Okay. What time of night is it?
You're running about 4:30 in the morning at this point.
Early.
Okay. I'm going to send a text off to Tamina saying, any chance we could bump our meeting a day earlier? New information based on items found in Jonathan's party.
Tamina messages back about 15 minutes later. Yeah, we can. I have a little bit of time tomorrow or tonight. Message me when you wake up. I can figure out where we can meet.
Text back, understood. Due to non-secure channel, can't go into details yet. Somebody's been a very naughty boy. And I leave a picture of a rose and a broken heart.
Okay. All right. You get back a message that says, "Okay, no problem. We'll see what we can do."
Thank you. We'll talk to Tamina first thing in the morning. Well, evening, morning, us, when we wake up. I'm going to go in and take after Sheehan's washed off all the bird poop.
No, I just took my
comes
shirt
out.
off.
He just took.
Took a shirt off.
I'm just sitting there shirtless now. I'm just like,
Yeah.
with my guns in my hand.
Yes, and now you know I'm focusing on the machine.
I'm just going to walk by.
I think you're distracting them.
I'm just going to walk
I'm
by
not doing much else right now, am I?
compensating much, lad. Walk into the shower and go take a shower.
Don't
Okay.
compensate for what you got naturally.
I'm not touching that. Nope.
You can if you want.
Is anybody
Nope.
hungry?
I'm okay. Yes, please.
Do I need? Yeah.
Yes, please.
What can I get for you?
I'm good at the moment, by the way.
What's on offer?
I can get anything.
What's your proclivity?
I don't think she does drugs.
Okay. Yeah, no drugs.
No drug blood.
No drugs, please.
No drug blood?
No drugs.
Okay, we won't turn into
She
wizards.
doesn't want to be a
then.
wizard tonight.
Okay.
No wizards.
So just like regular.
Are you just a non-discriminate feeder?
No, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've had anybody offer. Usually I've had to go out and look for my own.
Oh yes.
What is your predilection, my dear?
Well, I do have a ghoul at home, but she's willing, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So
Can you get to her in the next 20 minutes?
Or can she come here?
that'd probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy the Chloe while you wait?
No, that's not where it goes, mate.
Oh, fair.
How about you? Are you okay? You need something to eat?
I got juice packs in the car if you need them.
I have a fridge.
Oh, I just noticed all the ladies in our group have A names.
Ooh.
Just now.
It took
It's episode 4. It's episode 4. Welcome to episode 4, where
Welcome
all
to
of the
AAA.
ladies have.
Where you been, McDammit?
McDammit? Is that what you
Talking to-
called him?
Talking to seagulls and crows, I guess.
Okay.
I'm dead now. All right, moving along.
While it wasn't deliberate, it was a rather amusing.
Let me tell you how difficult it has been for me to try and figure out where the fuck anybody's going and who it is. I'm like,
to the front.
Alyssa, I mean Eliana, I mean, oh fuck it.
Alexandra.
You, Alessandra, you, over there, you. Oh my God.
Boy, you, Tremere.
Yeah, no, there you go.
So she's going to go shower and then go get comfy in a bed.
Okay,
Just start flipping through TikTok on her phone because she's bored.
that's fair. There's a lot.
You sure you're good?
I'm good.
Kittens are a big thing lately.
Just gonna switch over to Insta.
Fair. Totally fair.
New people in your Tiki Talks.
I think you would be into TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the filters? They do wonders for.
Oh yeah.
Listen, pretty boy.
Speaking of pretty boys, I've seen some
Alexandra isn't the
really
only one who
pretty
has a
boys
face for radio.
Look better in a skit than I do.
You're aware she's got multiple dots in beauty as well.
Yeah, I know. She's hot.
You're interrupting me from trying to figure out what's on the phone. Go away.
You hear this voice from the back room. Children, do I need to pull this warehouse over?
I
Don't
get
make
on the
me-
PA. No, you don't.
Don't make me turn this warehouse around. All right, so you are trying to figure out what is going on the phone.
Yep.
Okay. I need you to, let's see here. Technology and investigation, please.
Michelle's gonna do the only thing he knows how to do. And
Since I have a specialty in computer, I get an extra, yeah?
Yes, you do. Very good.
Oh, it's a clean place.
don't tell that.
Still
Maybe some rats saw something. Who knows?
could be a raccoon hanging out.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. You're able to get to a point where it is another burner phone. Message was issued out in California. That's pretty much as you can find out. Burner phones, unfortunately, while they do have IP addresses, they don't link to any specific location other than where they are presently. And most of those can actually be adjusted so that they don't share the specific location of the user at the time of the send.
So you got a California fan. That's all I can get other than it's cheap-ass knockoff.
Trace, who's been sending me messages now.
Also,
I think that's what she was just doing.
I wanted to know because
Are you doing in the
I'm
wash?
older than John is,
Yeah.
obviously, and I've
maybe
been
I
in
was
America
confused.
for a
Yeah, no, she was
while.
checking. She was tracking the who sent you the knock knock.
I don't know. his
Was that what
side
you were doing?
At all.
Yeah.
'cause of
That was the
her
one.
stories. Have I
Want me to check
ever
further
interacted
in?
with her in any other?
Eh,
That's a question that I wanted to ask and have you think on
like
it.
I said, if it's her,
Because
I'll deal
I've
with
been
it.
an
If
assassin
it's
in the
something
United
else,
States
we
since
will
the
deal
Ellis
with
Island
it.
days. So it's very possible an older vampire living in America, I might have interacted with them in one way or another.
That's possible.
So, I don't, obviously, until we actually see her face to face, my character won't know.
Yet we don't know who it is.
But-
so, I mean, as far as anybody's concerned, it's just a random message.
He does think that it's his sire, so he's probably said that to me.
I have.
Said it could be.
I have a pretty strong inkling that it's my sire,
So, but I was just wanting to
but
bring
it
up.
could also be a trap.
Yeah. If
always a
it
trap.
is actually his sire,
That's a trap. I mean,
that's
it's
a
probably a
connection
trap
that
either
I
way.
might have that I didn't know about. then I'm also kind of
You know
putting
how
it
us
in your head in
Brahms
case
get.
you want to use that later.
When we
That's
see
fair.
each other.
Yeah, you either get really fighty or really randy.
So yeah, you don't find much else on his phone other than the message. The one message that you've gotten is from California in a burner phone, and other than that, not really much in the way of that.
I'm gonna text Mark and be like, "What's going on?"
Okay. About 15, 20 minutes later, you get a message. Hey, boss, haven't found much as far as where our stuff is gone at this point. Still searching. We've got feelers out. I'm really sorry, man. In the meantime, we are moving all of our stuff up as best as possible. It should be there in the next day or so.
Just to let you know, I'm going to be switching phones again. This one's hot. Somebody keeps sending me messages I don't know.
Okay.
They're from California.
That's interesting. I will put out some more feelers.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem, sir.
I'm going to start, before I start, I'm just going to start doing, like, hop on a dark web searching,
Okay.
and I'm going to start tracking down, see what Carmilla's been up to lately. See if my usual taps into tracking her have turned up new fruit lately.
Oh, okay. Not really. It sort of petered out.
Okay.
What information you did get before is still there. Above and beyond that, not much else.
Okay.
You get the feeling that they probably figured out that somebody was looking into it
I went to ground.
and went to ground.
Okay.
Hey, Alexandra, do you know, are there any elders for the Toreador in town? Or is it like a loose clan out here?
Right now, actually, with Thera's demise, actually Jonathan's the oldest. He's not the oldest generation-wise, but he's the oldest turn-wise. I haven't been able to confirm his generation, but I believe he's 12. So he's a step above thin blood, but not much. And he compensates. But I think he was turned. Do I remember when he was turned roughly?
You remember he was turned roughly in 1960s or 70s,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
He's a
Fairly new.
He's a product of the free love generation.
He's a Woodstock baby.
I look over at you and I'm like, how does it feel being like one of the two oldest vampires?
Shut your
in
whore
town?
mouth.
Yeah, how do you think I feel?
Listen, baby.
We're the old guard in town. It's a little upsetting that there's nobody on this level.
Hey now, you're not that much older than me.
You returned before World War One?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Blink, 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 blink.
I kind of want to go punch Jonathan in the face. Because
Yeah, 15 minutes before the sun comes up.
gets pretty good answers.
So does having to mow your bones.
Yeah, also, Jonathan might enjoy it.
Oh God, he's one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Sigh, Zol.
I'm just.
I need a wash.
Like my character's
I need a
just
wash.
getting like frustrated because like we keep hitting all these walls and it like actively feels like somebody knows that we're on this trail and they keep like putting those walls up. So I honestly just want to go and just punch Jonathan and ask him questions until he answers those questions.
Bit of percussive maintenance.
Yeah.
I won't stop you, but you gotta have to be real careful.
Bludgeoneer.
Go.
Well, you pretty much, at this point, it's about 10 minutes until sunup, so I would recommend for all of you that you get a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Or a good day's sleep, as it
yes.
is.
Yep. So I'm going to finish up in the shower and then yeah. Fall into
I
a
wait
rack
till the
and
boys
sleep.
get here.
Okay. They arrive approximately about 5-10 minutes before official sunup. Thankfully, being ghouls, they don't
Yeah.
really bother too much. Come in, hey, here's your phone.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, nice.
What do you want me to do with that one? Crunch it?
No. Here.
How good at kidnapping are your boys?
I look at the boys. I go,
What do you, who do you need taken care of?
I give them a picture of Jonathan. I go, can you bring him here?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know that that would be the greatest idea.
Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna be the only one dealing with it. He doesn't have to know any of them are
let's
involved.
do that somewhere else.
No, it's okay.
No, let's do that somewhere else. And not here.
Why not here?
Not in the
Because we have 3 guests.
not in the man's place of business either.
Well, this isn't business. This is a warehouse.
This is also part of the project.
Well, he already knows.
I don't give a shit what he knows. I don't bring him here and don't bring the heat here. Because if they go get him, they're obviously going to want Jonathan back.
See if they can find him afterwards.
God. Look, mate, are you dense? He's telling you.
He is dense.
A little bit.
Yeah, he
Don't-
is. He is.
Well, yeah, it's took him this long to figure out there's 4 of us, the 3 of us with an A name. But
Let's put it this way. I mean, when threatened with final death, vampires tend to give up a lot more information.
I'm not saying it's not a good idea.
just not here.
Just not here.
All right, don't kidnap
we'll
the
take-
flamboyant Toreador.
Okay.
That's right, because you will have him bouncing and yelling throughout the entire town.
Oh wait, no. Actually, if you can kidnap him, can you take him to the coin building?
Just have him wake up and then
Yeah.
hold up.
I don't want him there alone.
I don't want him there alone either, but we can take care of that part. But there's a holding room
I think
in,
we have
in the
enough
coin
on our
building,
plate
right?
right
There is a
now.
holding room in the coin building, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, John. The finding quiet answers isn't working.
I understand that, and I agree with you. It can wait till night.
Here's the thing. You want to grab him during the day, that makes perfect sense because he's not going to be very responsive. But he has a rather extensive ghoul retinue of protection. And
and wolves
no offense to either of you, I don't want your boys knowing about the tower. I'd rather keep that
You know what? That's fair.
I'd rather keep that within us.
That's fair.
Now, there is a holding room in the tower that we can keep him in once we have him. What I would suggest is if they're going to grab him, let's take a lesson from the SI. Drop him in a steel box,
Yeah.
and then have that steel box delivered.
Yeah, all right. Like you said, I'm a little dense, so that sounds like a
I'm not the
better
one that said
plan
it,
to
but
Oh,
So,
it was me. I said he was dense.
muscles glisten.
Oh, yeah. So is that what you spent all your time on?
Go take a nap.
And learning how to kill people.
Go
Yeah,
take
no,
a nap.
yeah.
All right, fine, I'll go take a nap. Come on,
I've
Chloe.
got to go take a nap.
Go take a nap.
All right.
Find a bed and crash into
I'm
it.
killing somebody. Listen, I don't care.
That's fair. That is fair.
My character has not killed anybody for 4 sessions. He's antsy. I need to kill somebody.
That is fair. All right. So
I'm going to give Aliana a look and just go,
y'all go ahead and
Use me.
bed down for the day.
I tell the boys they need to keep watch and that they need to be ready this evening because we've got a lot of work to do.
No problem. We can do that. So go through, get a good night's sleep. All of you get fed, rested.
Before going off while they're all doing, you and I are going to have to talk about where the fuck is going on.
Do you want to know everything?
I'm a little cranky now. We'll do it in the morning,
Oh, that's fair.
night, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Okay.
Rest well, my friend. Don't worry. I will stay up for a while.
So go ahead and
just before passing
just
out,
before passing out, anybody else?
she's going to go, good night, John boy.
Oh, Lord. All right.
She watched the Waltons a lot in the 70s.
That's fair. Okay.
Americans.
Go ahead.
Good night, Mary Sue.
Wow.
Good night, Mom. Good night,
Good night, Paul. Good night, John Boy.
John Boy.
Good night, Marcy.
Oh, my God.
Yep. All right, you wake up the next evening. Go ahead and roll for hunger.
I do not get hungrier. No, just regular night.
It's your regular
Yeah, no,
rouse check.
I would say part of my morning ritual is
You're good. No, you fail. You do get
Yeah,
hungry.
I totally failed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got three.
Okay. Means you're a little more hungry than normal.
I essentially feed on Chloe
What'd you get?
first thing in the morning.
Passed. She fails.
Okay.
Because I don't trust.
Oh,
myself.
sorry.
Yeah, she's perky.
I'm happy.
You're, all right. You're good.
Good.
Did you roll?
You're hungry.
No, I'm not rolling because I fed off Chloe.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
He's got an
part of my
automatic
morning
because of.
ritual.
And I did feed last
She gives me 4
Yeah.
hunger pips.
So you're good,
so
too.
I
Chloe's
still
great.
rolled in. That's fine.
Okay.
Literally a
But
box
I
lunch.
wake up sitting where I was watching over the room. I was literally sitting in front of the room with a chair with a chrome-plated Desert Eagle in my hand, just sleeping.
As we,
That's fair.
is there an order to our wake up?
Go ahead and roll a d20. Everybody roll a d20 for me.
I don't have one, so
Okay, I got 18.
Got three over here.
12.
that's cocked.
15.
20.
Okay.
18.
So you are first to wake up, then you.
Okay.
18.
18? Okay,
we
so you
wake
two
up
basically
together.
wake up at the same time.
15.
15, and then
Me.
you.
I'm the last.
I'm
You're
gonna
the last
I'm
to wake.
gonna
You had a rough night, man.
And I stayed up watching over these guys.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna walk out, look over at John, grab a little blanket, put it up on her shoulders,
Aw, all right.
and I'm gonna go
Oh, so Chloe wakes up at the exact same time.
fix my my look for the evening so that I look a little less 80s power suitish,
And
a little less
shovel.
Annie Lennox.
Yeah, a little less Annie Lennox, a little less slept in.
It's kind of
It's
hot.
kind of hot.
That is kind of
Yeah.
fun, actually.
Kind of.
Some of us just want to be abused, all right?
That's fair. There we
Introduction to Mr. Manson.
Wow.
Let's not talk about him right now.
I knew that guy.
It's kind of gross right now. I'm talking about that.
Charles?
Yeah.
He's dead.
He wasn't a bad guy. I mean, not the worst.
No, nobody's the villain in their own
Geen
story.
was a little more fucked up, if I'm gonna be honest. I hung out with Geen, had tea a couple of times.
I don't know.
His decor is very
yes, I
weird.
do.
Ed Gein,
Yeah,
he's a serial
yeah.
killer.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna.
I heard about him.
So once I got him taken,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I still have the Beretta on me,
Okay.
but I'm gonna go into the computer I set up, fire it up, go through multiple shadows,
Okay.
and see if I got a response from Janisa.
Okay, and you did. Trinisa responds back. She says I found Jonathan. He's in custody.
Fuck.
He's not happy.
Nor should he be. I'm just talking to myself while I'm reading it.
He is currently claiming that he had no idea about the building or the room. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to pop on text, send an encrypted message to her. Just read your message. There's no way he doesn't know, considering he had an Azumite guarding the door. An Azumite that owed him.
Okay.
And then I just also add to that, I don't want to know where you're keeping him at the moment. Tell your guards to be extra vigilant, because our furry friend is feeling a little anxious and may try and grab him himself. I would suggest, if possible, putting him in the holding room in the tower. And hit send.
Okay.
I'm still asleep. I can't say anything. I'm still asleep.
About 5 or 6 minutes later, you get a message back. That's fair. I was thinking about where I was going to go ahead and keep him anyway. I don't want him in my presence any longer than necessary.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Just, I was responding, type back. Just bag his head and let's do it. Pop him in.
Okay.
Tag him and tag him.
She lets you know he'll be there probably within the next hour or so.
Thank you. I take back. Thank you, and thank your people. Big smiley face.
She sends back, it's what we do.
Playful barbs back and forth, but they are playful.
Tanisha's hot too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're ready.
So,
I'm the ugly one.
Yeah, Trinisa, for description, Trinisa is about 5'7" or 5'8", exceedingly curvaceous, with hair that is long, straight, and black down to past her butt.
Throwing off Major Megan Thee Stallion vibes.
Yeah. She's probably about a 38 triple D with about
Jesus.
a 22-inch waist.
oh my
And
God.
hips for days.
Oh my god.
I will not start singing Cardi B lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has she got the
I don't cook, I don't
rap
clean,
too?
but let me show you how I got that ring. All right.
Don't shoot us, ASCAP.
I'm going to have to get Tanisha's number. Now, getting Tanisha's number is twofold for my character, because he kind of wants her job.
That's fair. She's not going to give it up.
I know. No, maybe she will. You never know.
Not a job.
I'm
Not a
gonna
job.
send an email to a coded email through Shadow servers to Estrella's last known box
Okay.
Who's that?
and say, "Are you still in town? I'd like your input on some things if you don't mind." And just sign it with ADS.
Okay. You don't hear back immediately.
I figure it'll be a little while.
It'll be a while. So, all right. I will keep that in mind.
Okay.
And then they wake up.
Yep. You guys wake up.
Well, it's kind of hard to talk to him when he's asleep. Yeah.
You just literally sit. It would be so funny. You just sit there in front of him in a chair while he's sleeping, just staring at him.
Contemplating how
Just
you're going to
waiting
disfigure
for him
that
to
pretty
wake up.
face.
Amazing.
But I feel like of all the vampires
amazing.
here, you are the one who is most versed in being patient.
That's why pliers are a weapon of choice.
That's fair.
Very.
She asked me for pliers when we went to the party. That's all she wanted. I was like, okay, sure.
I guess. Yeah.
Here's some pliers. And she was like, all right, I'm ready.
Wow. Yep. Yeah.
Start up the next load of.
So
Breath.
yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will wait. Oh, I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
It's going to reach over, pop open the door to the fridge.
What's that?
It's not much, but it's there if you need it.
Yeah. It's a vampire Capri Sun.
Vampire Capri Sun.
I think she probably
There you
wanted
go.
something warmer, but I'll take one just for giggles.
Yeah.
Toss it over.
I was about to say, we have
Breakfast.
Chef Mike in the back, right?
Do you mind?
Wow. Better than Chef Boyardee.
Thanks.
Okay.
Has he been asleep in the chair the whole night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you put?
I covered him.
Oh, okay.
Is Pretty Boy still shirtless?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Find another blanket and cover that one up.
Oh, no, I'm in the back room. I didn't stay out front. Like, but as you guys are looking at him, you see Chloe like come padding out of the back room, like obviously tired as shit.
I'm going to grab another bag and a mug, put the bag in the mug, get a little folding chair, set it up next to John, right there, and a little pop straw just to the sides.
Nice. Nice. All right. Okay.
Did you put any drugs in it? Probably. What was it? Ket? What was your drug of choice?
Barbiturates.
Barbiturates?
Yes, I did, actually.
Yes, you did.
I injected it with a little something.
The Marilyn Monroe killer. There you go.
Use a turkey, like a turkey injector.
Hey, does the job. And then just mix them up a little bit.
Wouldn't be very hard for us vampires to get barbiturates, I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's not.
You know,
Considering
terrible cannibal jokes. Does that barbiturate?
Like my character comes out, because we're waking up now, right? I'm waking up now.
Yep.
My character comes out and goes, and very loudly is like, all right, where's Jonathan?
Dude, you're
Like my
too
hair's
bright.
like all in different directions.
Oh my lord.
I still have no shirt on. I got my guns in my hand. I'm like, where's he?
Too bright. You're pale. Put clothes on.
We're all pale.
Jonathan's being
Too
handled,
bright.
we'll get to him.
John, you finally go ahead and wake up. You find yourself covered in a blanket.
Chloe's at your feet.
Hey, Chloe. Give her a nice scratch.
And there's a table next to you with a pop top of
Special serum.
cold special brew. There you go.
Yep.
Excellently done. All right. You get a message
Everybody.
Good morning.
from the Asmite.
Uh-huh.
I can meet you in about an hour.
Where do you want to meet? She would know where the tower is.
She would know where the tower is.
So,
Because I want to go to the tower with you.
We're going to
Top
deflower
floor?
in the tower. Yeah, top floor.
top floor, K Tower.
Yeah, I will meet you there in an hour.
I need to talk to Tamina as well, anyways, because she's my connection to the Assassin's Guild in the area. So,
I'm like, okay, so basic update. Jonathan has been acquired.
perfect.
He will be awaiting us in the tower in a certain spot that is there. He will not know where he is. Tamina will also be meeting us at the tower in about an hour. And I since Jonathan doesn't know where he is, he has had his head covered, and the room is soundproofed. So if you want to ask him questions first, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, somebody should ask him before I do, because I can't guarantee the state he'll be in afterwards.
Okay.
You go last.
So
I'm collecting the boon first.
I have somebody come pick up the Subaru and just have us all pile into the newly plated Escalade.
Okay.
Shall we go?
I'm gonna hold off. You guys got this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna deal with some of this other stuff going on.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so who's going back to the coin tower? You two? Are you going? Or are you going to hang
I'm
out?
gonna
I've
transfer.
got no reason to.
I gotta
Okay.
transfer numbers here.
All right,
Diana, are you
Oh
going
no,
with us
we're
to
having a
the-
conversation.
Yeah.
Or not? So
that's
just-
fair. All right.
It's just
so
the two of us going?
Just those two.
Apparently just the two of you are
staying
going.
as well?
Unless
You're more than welcome to stay.
All right, thanks, mate.
Yep.
Do not touch him.
No promises.
Hey, keep him alive until I get there, okay?
Fine, I won't kill him.
I mean, you can do
'Cause
the fingernail thing, though.
Here's the deal. You kill him before I get my boon out of him, you owe me double.
Ooh.
Oh.
And at that point, I start collecting blood.
You could try.
Listen, child. Go play.
When we arrive, I do not point out where said special room is.
It's probably a good idea.
I also do not
Considering.
point out the multiple buffered doors to get to said soundproofed room.
That's a really good idea.
I'm just
Chase
gonna
the
wa-
skirt.
I'm just going to walk in, go to what I've affectionately dubbed my chair, though it's just
I mean, you've made it yours.
I've made it mine.
You have made it yours. The mark is there on the back. It is your throne.
As we're like coming in, I'm like, so there's no chance that I could get on your show somehow? No way. Like you know, like.
You mean you haven't been on it multiple times already, Shadow?
Shut up! You don't know that. You don't know anything. And I like look away. I'm like, where's that room?
We would need to. Oh, okay. This is not a no, but it is a what's the hook, what's the story, and if it's interesting enough, I will consider it.
I'll think about it.
You
More
find
than Bigfoot's, please.
Honestly, it's probably the Inquisition, but not a lot of people believe me on the Inquisition.
We have to be really careful when talking about the SI,
Because they're fucking everywhere.
among other things.
You find Trinisa and Tamina sitting actually at the main discussion table.
They're early.
They are early.
God, and they're hot.
I'm really glad I stayed back from this.
Madam Sheriff, Tamina, good to see you.
We decided it was probably a good idea to move him as quickly as possible.
I brought with the paperwork with me.
Ah, excellent.
I said, okay. Short version. At Jonathan's party, there was a room filled with dismembered body parts.
You did mention that last night, yes.
We have reason to believe
Tamina doesn't know.
they might have been thin blood.
At least a couple of them probably were. Add this to the way that Celeste was found dismembered, and I'm seeing a very disturbing pattern here. The idea that Jonathan didn't know does not hold weight because he had an Azomite guarding the room. And I'm looking directly at Tamina at this one, and I ask, so in case she knows who it is.
There are certain of us who have, for one reason or another, decided that they needed to ally themselves outside of our group.
And neither of you knew about that, even though you were both at the party.
I had no idea that there was anything to do with that. Jonathan has been allowed to do a lot prior to Thera's death. She thought he was amusing. So he was allowed to get away with an awful lot. There have been rumors of late, however, that I will say that with this particular advent are more likely true than not. And I don't like it. Not one bit. I don't have any love for thinbloods, you know that. However,
You're not known to be particularly bloodthirsty.
I'm not. I don't believe in creating thinbloods for the sake of creating thinbloods, but I certainly don't believe in going ahead and chopping them off at the top of their heads just for the sake of doing so.
It's more than heads that were chopped, my dear.
That's
In fact, there were no heads there.
Yeah.
what's particularly disturbing.
The identifications we were able to make.
Purely off of like birthmarks and tattoos and.
While Jonathan was having his freak out, which I can neither confirm nor deny what caused it.
Didn't you do that thing where you were?
I can neither confirm nor deny the cause of Jonathan's stress moment.
That's fair. I'm not going to hold you responsible for one way or the other because, as far as I'm concerned, Jonathan got a little bit of his own back.
I agree. It was a lesson he needed to learn, and it looks like he's still going to learn more.
Certainly not going to let him hold you to. Although I will say, do that to me and we will have words.
That's not what I was thinking about doing either.
So would I know if there was a bug in, like, previously set up bug into the
We cleaned
audio
it.
listening?
We
Yeah.
cleaned it when
You
we
guys
first
cleaned
got
it when
there.
you
Would
first
we
got
have put
there.
a new one in?
Would we have put one in? I don't know. Would you have put one in?
Oh, fuck yeah, I would
If
have.
she would have put one in, then
yeah.
it probably would have happened. If like that's
Yes,
something your character.
triple
would have
encrypted
done.
connection.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So technically, all three of you at the place could know what we're talking about right now.
Well, at least she does.
She could easily.
Oh, no, it
It's on speaker.
sounds on the computer.
Okay.
Just because giggles.
That's fair.
I said, what I noticed the smell first. And when
So smart.
Jonathan,
Not just
putting most of the cards on the table,
You're not really.
number one,
Not
you're
really
safe.
sister.
I don't think you would ever give me a reason to do what somebody did. We've known each other a long time, Janisa.
That's fair.
You have never given me any reason to doubt that. There was a smell of rotting flesh. And why I got curious. So when the door guard went and took a look to help Jonathan, I'm not sure what that was about,
My character just rolls his eyes.
we opened the door. And we found this, and I hand over a tablet with all the pictures, unedited.
Okay. Tamina takes it, starts scrolling through.
Text.
At the very least, he got sloppy.
Almost surgical.
Very much so. There's two in my crew that would be able to do this that I know of. One of whom I trust very much to not do this. The other one, he's new.
I still haven't ruled out the possibility that Jonathan did it.
Darling, no.
Wait, how new?
I would say within the last 6 months he's arrived.
So after the death of the prince?
Yes. The prince's death, trust me, I already know who did that.
No, I know. But I'm more worried about the people who were using that as a like an
Excuse?
There's a lot of people who use the death of princes and barons as an in.
I know I would.
This particular situation, however, that we're talking about, It's been ramping up the last 2 years.
Well,
I'm going to guess that that's part of why I hesitate to use the term primogen, but the elders of our clans all got together and said enough was enough and it was time to make change.
Yes, at the very least. I have not been able to make any inroads as to what's happening with this. It pains me.
We've hit a lot of walls ourselves.
it's almost like somebody's putting them there.
Oh, I will guarantee that they're putting them there. I hit a number of them myself.
Well,
And considering that I'm well established here, that's saying an awful lot.
I've reached out to Estrella just to touch base and see if she knows anything. I'll be meeting with her later. As you said, even with no love for thinbloods, wholesale butchery is tacky, let alone bad for business.
and loud.
Yeah, and those are 3 things that we don't want to be.
No, we don't, especially with the SI sniffing around.
No, thank you very much.
And the Inquisition having a strong presence in the city.
Which is new because their last couple of scouts left amazingly empty-handed.
You should hear the stuff that's going on in California right now when it comes to them.
I've heard some rumors, but not a lot.
It's not a fantastic
It's not good.
deal down there as far as that's concerned.
Boulder.
They were not taken seriously when they first came. And because that, they have gotten a decent foothold. This is a problem.
Agreed.
And this particular situation just makes a beacon of Portland.
I looked down at my phone to catch the text she sent.
Whose fucking brand?
Were you able to identify any of the brands?
The one brand that I found on there, it's used by a couple of people.
Okay.
There's a gentleman that calls himself the Messiah,
Goody.
for lack of a better term.
I don't want to kill Jonathan anymore. I have somebody else in mind.
I know him as Brian.
Brian.
But if
Yes,
on the right
Brian, Bryan, because God knows his parents couldn't be bougie enough.
At least I didn't throw in a silent Q. And he's calling himself the Messiah?
Yes. He seems to think that somehow he's going to bring forth a new age of vampirism.
Yeah, that's called
That's sounding awfully Sabbat.
I was about to say that's called Gehenna. What is he talking about?
I'm not sure what he is. He's fairly new. He's not thin blood,
It's about
but he doesn't seem to have any ties to anybody here.
Caitiff?
Possible.
You get another
a
text.
caitiff flirting with the line of Sabbat?
Which brand?
Which one?
Which brand?
It's the one with the phoenix on it.
Obviously, you can hear it.
Do you know?
Is that the same tattoo as the Flash?
The Flash is a bunny with a flop ear.
I guess we have to see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Curious or
You get an idea that probably that particular Flash was picked because it was, oh, it's super cute and I'm 18 and I get to have my first tattoo.
It's 8.
You're welcome. Now I'm a grown up. I want a bunny.
Where? I look over at you, I'm like, where's Jonathan?
Close.
You get a message from me.
I don't like that answer.
Calm down.
Okay,
I just like do the SpongeBob caveman. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm going to take my phone, dial her number direct,
Okay.
put her on speaker, say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk in there with Jonathan, no one else, yet. You're going to be on speaker. I'm going to not be me. And you get to ask your questions.
Oh, goody.
All right. So I'm going to walk into buffer door number 1.
Okay.
Just adjust.
I slide up to Tranisha. I'm like, hey.
You can try your pretty boy wild.
If there was any way that she could actually look down her nose at you, considering how tall you are, she would.
Did you take Chloe with you?
Yeah.
You hear a really sad whimper.
Hey, here's the thing. Everybody else thinks I fucked the dog. Me and the dog both know I don't fuck the dog. So,
The more you protest, the worse it sounds.
Seriously.
Oh my God.
Sent.
Go through second buffer,
Okay.
lock it down, look, move the slat, look in, make sure he's properly restrained and still hooded.
Yeah. He has a bag over his head. What you do see of him, he's in a chair. It's a metal chair, and he is locked in with leather restraints both on ankles and wrists.
I bet he's loving that.
And he has a black velvet bag over his head.
Okay.
The clothing.
You know, you can't be just
If you, yeah, if you hearken back to the character of Matthew Broderick in Pretty in Pink, Ducky. He is
Broderick
dressed.
was in Pretty in Pink?
Yeah,
You didn't know that?
he played Ducky.
It's been forever since I've watched that movie. Okay.
He has a natty blazer with a button-down shirt, white trousers that are pegged at the ankles, and white loafers.
of course, he'd like to be pegged.
Sorry, I have to look.
Now you have to go look it up, don't you?
You sure that was Broderick and not?
That was Broderick.
I think it was
No, you're.
Oh, no.
Anthony Michael Hall.
No.
No.
Michael
No.
Hall was in it.
Michael Hall was in it.
Yeah.
It's not Cryer?
Oh, no, it was John Cryer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was John Cryer. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. John Cryer. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
We're going to
Sorry.
get comments.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of comments.
Yeah, we're gonna comment.
My bad.
That was a Broderick.
That wasn't Broderick. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart, man. I know, right? Right? We're all going to yell. So, yeah.
All the trolls come out.
It wasn't Broderick. Get your facts straight.
My bad.
Goddamn internet.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so just gonna walk in.
Hang on, before you walk in. Take me off speaker.
Take out speaker.
I want this as a video call. He
Oh.
can't see it. I want to see him squirm.
I want to see him squirm too.
Adaptive, switch over to
Okay. I'm
a
in.
quick time call.
Okay.
FaceTime.
All
I
right.
like Sheen's work. So.
I'm not there. He's going in first to
gonna
get the boot.
open the door.
for her.
Okay.
I've got myself perched over his shoulders. Hey, how's it going? What you watching?
You get
Open it very, deliberately slow.
Deliberately.
This dickhead.
Walk in.
And you see him stiffen.
Yeah.
Ka-tung.
Shit.
Okay, and in the screen you see me go.
Just gonna put the phone facing him.
She's with us.
Just hold it.
Jonathan Pumpkin.
Shit.
Shit.
Told you owed me.
Darling,
No.
I would love to see your face right now.
No. I'm the only thing keeping you from a really pissed off mob. With claws.
I'm just bouncing.
I'm going to sign to you. Ask him how his tan is.
Speak silent.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, how was your sleep?
It would have been fine, except it got interrupted.
I'm sorry we can't bring this more like a Mel Brooks movie.
Mel Brooks, what on earth?
Fucking millennial vampires.
So, darling, tell me, why am I out a donkey and 3 wolves?
Well, there was an issue. The party got raided, and everything went to shit.
Really? Raided?
Yes, raided.
By?
A number of things, actually. I'm not exactly sure what all happened. All hell broke loose.
Take me from the beginning.
Well, which beginning?
Before people showed up.
Oh, well,
Because I know that's your normal, happy little party rooms.
one of them, yes, of course.
Bathroom upside the head real quick.
Really? That wasn't quite necessary.
Oh, I think it might have been. Continue. Maybe it started a couple of days ahead of time.
I always keep things fairly situated there. Just because you never know when you're going to throw a party. Mm-hmm. So I had everything set up a few days ahead of time. I had... And then the night of the party, everyone arrived, and everything was going fine.
Shut your mouth for a minute. Who set up the rooms? I want names. You've cost me a lot of money already.
A single, very sharp pinky nail right up under his chin, poking.
I can give you the names, that's fine. There was Tempest. She was one of them. She's one of my bloodline. And she had several others who were helping her to set everything up.
Names?
Christine.
And who's she?
Christine's one of the ghouls that we keep on loan.
From?
The Assamites.
And?
And there was Stephen, who's another ghoul, but he's a ghoul of mine. So those were the 3 that were setting everything up.
Really?
Yes?
All the rooms?
Yes, Stephen and Christine were in charge of the day setup.
Okay, what about the night? Because I know it takes longer than just a day to set that up. Because it takes you 3 days to get the stuff from me.
Yes, and I was in charge of doing the night setup.
Really?
Yes.
Any help?
1.
And?
Thumb starts to come into next to the pinky.
David.
Who's David, darling?
David is my personal feed.
And who's got keys to your rooms, love?
All of them?
All of them.
Yes, all of them. Otherwise, how would we be able to go and set everything up that's that extensive?
Bathroom upside the head again.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I do mind. Because I can tell when I'm being lied to.
I'm not lying. Trust me, I have just as much at stake at this point.
Actually, you might have more. Okay, continue.
They
Because I
said
don't actually care about that fighting ring. I do care about my property that you've mislocated.
It's not been mislocated. The police have it.
Really? I haven't
Yes.
heard about the police catching my ass. Or my wolves.
The wolves are loose. That I will admit to. But the donkey was taken by the police. I'm not sure what they've done with it. It's possible that there was a rescue that
Have
they
you
sent
thought
it to.
about what happens when you have 3 large European wolves, males, loose in Portland on a different continent?
Yes, I see the error of my ways now.
Do you really?
Yes, especially when there's fingers tightening around my throat.
On the arm of the chair, other hand, is here a
John can't help but laugh a little bit.
There's more. What?
Oh, you don't think I'm going to sit here and not have witnesses to this? He said, she said doesn't happen anymore.
Look, you'll get your money, and I will find where
I
they
don't
put
care about the money now. I want to know about the locked room. Who had keys? Who set it up? And whose fangs are going to be the next piece of jewelry?
Fuck them. Fuck.
I'm gonna turn the phone to me and just mouth. Ask the purpose of the bodies.
Because seriously, having an abattoir in the middle of a party, even if it's a locked room.
I told them not.
Two.
Just a little tighter, like right around, not enough so they can't talk, but enough that it's a little difficult to.
Ask the Assamites.
Names.
Well, Tamina for one. Christine for another. I told them they could borrow the room during the week if they needed it. I had no idea that they were going to do that. That is idiotic. I have as much of a reputation as anybody.
Honey, you have a bigger reputation. And if you expect to scrub it a little, I'm gonna need some help from you. Especially if you expect to stay undead.
Again,
Because those bitches will kill you.
All right. I don't know exactly what it was that they were doing in there.
When?
They've been borrowing the area for the last 6 months on a regular basis. I didn't ask.
You didn't notice the smell?
I didn't ask because it was my...
Think about it. You bring in wild animals.
You have to understand that I owed people.
You still owe people. And if you want me to
There were
attempt
questions
to
that...
protect your ass.
There were questions that I couldn't ask. Couldn't. Not wouldn't, couldn't.
What exactly does Tamina have on you?
A lot more than you think. And with that,
Try me.
it is break time. We will be back in about 10 minutes.
So good. So good.
So you have started an interrogation with Jonathan, and it's been revealing some interesting things. So let us continue on that vein, or artery, as it were.
Little bloodletties.
Carotid.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Yep. Yeah, he is, I mean, there is absolute, he is radiating a combination of fear, anger, and hatred. Not necessarily at any one of you, or at you or anybody listening. It's a general it is whoever it is that he is pissed off at is not in the room, and you can tell that from his demeanor, but he is definitely not happy.
He's panicked mad.
Insight him, because I've got insight specializing in the ability to read people.
Okay.
So
Might be a little hard because he's still masked.
general body language.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's locked down, but sure. Okay. I'll let you try. 2. Other than just the general stiffness, he's holding himself basically from having basically an all-out temper tantrum because he's so angry that he's been put into this particular position. Not the physical position. Stop that.
I was afraid you were going to tell me he was like sprouting wood or something.
No.
Because it is Jonathan we're talking, so you know.
No, at this point he is actually exceedingly angry. It is not a turn on for him at this point at all. It is just pure unadulterated anger at being forced into this particular position.
I'm going to look at the camera and ask if I can ask something. Mouth it.
So, Jonathan, you know that since I'm not alone, I'm going to let somebody else ask a question. I expect you to get the same candidness to them.
I'm going to pitch my voice sort of Kathleen Turner-esque as far as the pitch and everything.
Sure, little husky.
A little huskier, right up to his ear and go. So, Jonathan, darling, you seriously expect us to believe you know nothing about the bodies in the room? You had a guard on them. We are not stupid, boy.
He leans as far away from you as he possibly can, which is not far.
Dig the claws a little deeper to keep him from moving too much.
And I was told to keep that room closed. I literally didn't know anything about it.
Told by who?
Christina said that they had been using the room for some projects of theirs. And I told them that as long as they cleaned up after themselves, it wasn't going to be a problem. I didn't know.
Telling them to clean up after them means you knew what was going on in there, yes?
They have a tendency to bruise their toys.
Their toys.
So are these toys? Where are they procuring them?
All I know is that the last batch came from a combination of the local shelters that have catered more toward the runaway sector, younger, 18 to 20.
So we're dealing with children. Let's stop and think about this,
A
Jonathan.
little tighter.
Legally, they're not,
I
but
don't care if they're legally or not. You're old enough to know better, as should be they.
I'm old enough to know that when I was turned 18 was perfectly acceptable to sign up and die for your country. If you can die for your country, you're an adult.
While you can be legally an adult, it doesn't mean that signing up to have a safe place to stay means that you're fair game to be brutalized by some random bloodsucker. I'm not even gonna call them what they are. They're bloodsuckers.
Aren't we all, dearest?
Some of us are more.
As he starts to snap back, I'm just gonna dig in just a little more.
Some of us are a little less derogatorily bloodsuckers than others.
Should I send?
Tell me about these thinbloods.
Thinbloods? What?
You had a whole group of them at the party. Why? Where did you get them? Who made them?
Christine brought them as party favors.
So the Assamite ghoul, is that the one you're telling me?
Yes.
And who's Christine's handler? Because obviously she didn't make herself this way.
His name is Owen. He arrived here about 2 years ago, just as the city was being locked down.
Where's Owen from? Pumpkin.
Several different places, not the least of which was Hungary.
Okay. You happen to know what part of Hungary?
He said something about being outside of Budapest at one point, and then...
Budapest is... That is Hungary, yes. Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
I had a Bucharest moment, which is a whole different country.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
Two different cities, actually, Buda and Pest.
Yes, I've been there. It's lovely.
Oh, I want to go one day.
It's beautiful. No, he tries to adjust his neck a little bit. I don't know from where he originally hails. However, he was in Hungary, outside of Budapest for several years, and then came here to the United States by way of New York and then somewhere in the Midwest.
Okay. So what else can you tell me about Owen?
He is secretive little bastard.
Watch it, or you could be talking about me too, love.
Your secrets are my secrets, dearling. Trust me, whatever you know about me, I don't need to know anything about you. I needed to know things about Owen because there were dealings, obviously, that were being handled behind my back at my venue that I had nothing to do with.
But because it's your venue, it's your responsibility.
I know that. Thank you.
You imply that you know things about him. Does this mean you have a file?
I keep a record of everyone who arrives and leaves at my parties, albeit last night, the last one was a little harried. I didn't get a full counting.
Where do you keep this file?
At my private abode.
I'd like a copy.
Done. I can get it to you. Obviously, not while I'm here.
Oh, don't worry. Can you have your personal assistant, David, bring them up for me?
Yes?
That would be probably the most wise decision. As I said, you don't want to be in that other room.
Obviously.
How can we make this happen?
My phone had been in my pocket. I'm not sure it's there now, and I can't reach it.
Look around the room, see if there's a phone on a table or anything.
There's an overcoat
Okay.
that's sort of a light gray, hung over another chair that's just to the side.
Gonna let go of his throat, tap on cheek. Hey, dear darling. Go over, start digging in the pockets.
You do find the phone.
Okay. I'm assuming it's got a lock on it.
It does. It's a fingerprint lock.
Come down, look where his hand is, lift the pinky or the finger and unlock it.
It's like this. It's my thumb. Thank you.
Start scrolling through the phone.
Okay. David is the very first contact in there. I don't have very many, actually.
I'm gonna go into the settings of the phone, find the IMEI and all the details, point the phone right at it.
Nicely done.
Mouth the word dumbass.
I'm just gonna go, and then go back through. Okay, look at David. Wait, David or Owen?
David.
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 Oh,
is
David's the
his-
assistant.
is the
Okay.
assistant.
Right. Gonna text it or look at it. Do you have any sort of specific code words that you use when speaking with him?
I usually simply tell him exactly what it is that I need and tell him where to bring it to.
What is the name of the file?
It's the...
Darling, you've told me this much. Why are you stopping now?
Sometimes allowing one into one's secrets is a little more difficult than one might think.
Pumpkin, you realize that I'll get it out of you either way. It's probably easier for you this way.
It's under the name of the mended drum.
I'm going to text. I'm going to look through the text history between him and David and look for any patterns, like to refer to him as darling, sweetheart, any of that. So I can get an idea.
It's usually sweetie.
Okay, I'm going to type, sweetie, please retrieve the file, mended drum, and email it via encryption to this address. Let me know when you've done it. And send it to one of your drop boxes.
Okay. There's a response back. Are you sure that I mean, I will, definitely, but are you sure?
Am I ever not? Question mark with a big smiley face. Or whatever emoji I've seen him use in the
Sure,
past.
yeah. Okay, yep, all right, it'll be done in about
Like a
10
string of,
minutes.
Like 7 emojis.
Yeah. It's, if I have to go up and do a select all paste, I'll do it. But
There's a lot of eggplants.
yeah.
You get a response back. Oh, okay, it'll be done in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Now, sweetheart, I can tell you're kind of stressed.
I think that is the very least that I am.
Did you get to eat today?
No, I did not.
Got your preferences? Because I would be a horrible host if I didn't at least
While she's doing
make
this,
sure
I'm
that you were taken care of.
taking his taking his phone to a dark site,
Okay.
one of her dark sites, and going to the specific folder that drops the controller on it.
That's amazing. All right.
We've done this before.
It's fair. Usually I have a preference for willing, not non.
Oh, no, I can get you willing, but what are you... Anything particular? Did you need any additives?
No, but the more melancholy, the better.
Ah, so we need to bring you a little sadness. I think we can handle this. It'll give us 10 minutes. Sit tight, love. I know that I'm stressing you out, so I'm going to take a step. We'll just take a step out of the room for a minute and let you recompose yourself. We'll bring you a snack. Because I know, and I'm sorry that I've had to do it this way. But you can understand why I need this information, I hope. And if you can't, too damn bad.
I'm gonna message the boys and tell them, hey, swing by one of the goth clubs and pick up a snack for a guest that we have
And before
at this location.
I walk out of the room, I just lean back, stroke his cheek gently, go, "You're doing great, darling. See you soon, lover." Just give him a quick peck on the cheek. Close the door behind me.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Go out to the second, go into the first anteroom so that I'm double soundproofed. Oh my fucking God.
Remember the aftercare.
Oh yeah.
I got that right here.
Is that
Oh my Lord.
so?
Send in the clones. No.
Scott! Oh wait.
No, that was last night.
Actually, yeah, it was.
Along with the Mac 10.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay in the accent for the moment.
Okay.
So we need to. I'm disturbed by the info on Tamina.
You think. Hey, Alyssa, hit this button and this button. Go into that file, pull it up. I want to have a two-sided screen so we can go through this faster. Tamina can't be allowed to leave that room.
Agreed. I'm going
Get
to.
a text message back that says done. They're not happy about it though.
You're at the building, right?
Yeah, I'm in
Okay.
the room with Tamina and Tanisha.
I'm going to. Since you can talk and do it at the same time, I'm going to switch screens. Text him. Do you have a stake on you? If so, get it ready.
I'm like, I've already got guns on him. What more do you want?
A wooden stake.
No, I need a stake to kill a vampire, but okay.
Don't want him dead. Don't want them dead. Have questions.
Well, then the gun will be fine.
No, don't shoot him. He'll just
It's
make him
not
angry.
for Jonathan.
It's not for Jonathan.
You say that out loud?
Maybe. No, I'm
He's not the
that
brightest
dumb.
crayon
I'm
on the
not
box.
It is a soundproof room.
No,
I'm in a soundproof room. He's not.
He's out with
He's in the room with
Teresa.
Tamina and Ternisa.
Tanisha and Tamina. I'm literally sitting there like this, looking
Sorry,
at,
my
at the
bad.
phone.
My bad.
And I probably don't say it out loud. I'm like, who's it for?
I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna, like I said, just have it ready. I'm going to text Ternisa. How much do you trust Tamina?
She texts back, "Darling, I couldn't throw her far enough for me to trust her."
Also, don't forget she has a gun on her. So.
Why? What's going on?
Yeah, you get a text back from me. I'm like, then who is it for?
I'm just gonna type TEH.
Like my eyes get wide as I look over at Tamina.
And I'm just gonna text. We have questions, probably associated with abattoir. Azamite's heavily involved.
She sighs.
Restrain if possible. I can have immobilized.
Almost immediately you hear a bang.
I hope he's not that fucking reckless.
Yeah, I shoot Tamina in the leg.
Roll 2 percentile dice for me.
73.
Yeah, before you do, Ternisa has grabbed out of her side bag dead blood. Ternisa grabs it. As soon as she sees her message, she grabs it right into Tamina's jugular.
Okay. Immobilizing her, I take it?
Yep. And we're gonna see if, Tamina goes ahead and tries to resist it, because that's gonna be interesting. Nope. Not with the 7%.
Ooh. There's a reason Trinice is a sheriff.
Before you can even go ahead and hit off a shot, she's already gotten Tamina immobilized. She looks over at you. Are you doing something? Not doing something?
Caught me by surprise. Give me a moment. I definitely don't need my half chub to go down before I stand up. I put the one gun away and I get up and I just walk over and I just pick up Tamina by the collar.
Tamina, meanwhile, is just sort of half paralyzed, sitting there going,
I'm like, so you're the one. I might kill you after I kill Jonathan.
the fuck is it? Ternisa?
I look over at Teresa and I'm like, God, I need your number.
I'm going to stick my head out the door and see what's going on.
You see me with a gun on Tamina and I'm holding her up in the air.
Ternisa looks over at you. She's taken care of for now. You've got about 30 minutes to completely restrain her.
Okay.
Look at these two and say, pack it up. We can't stay here, and we can't leave those two alone.
Wait, what do you mean we can't stay?
What do you mean we can't stay here?
I start carrying Tamina over to where you are. I'm like, because I'm gonna throw her in the room with Jonathan. I don't give a shit.
Are we going to where they are?
Yes,
Why?
I'm going
because
to.
obviously it may be a little more in-depth, hands-on that needs to happen.
All right.
Did you pull out the stake that I asked you to at least pull out, or do you have one out?
It's on me.
I'm gonna walk out Go to my purse.
You still
It's
got the
it's
phone
on
going?
my-
Oh, yeah.
It's like on my belt. So
I'm
it's
gonna
like
pull
you
out.
can easily
I'm
grab
gonna pull
it.
out an ash stake and just right in the chest.
Whoa! Wait, can I stop that?
You can, yeah, you can test it. You can try to go ahead and,
How do I do that?
so.
No, I'm not doing it to you. I'm doing it to Mina.
Yeah, I'm
So
stopping
if you are trying to stop it, you go ahead and roll percentage dice to see who goes first.
I don't have percentiles.
I got you a couple.
Yeah, here. These are all percentiles. Go.
Okay.
Have one.
Do two, one and the other, and
Red to
it
tens.
gives you the whole thing.
Oh, 24.
Oh,
17.
He's gonna go first.
That's fine.
let's see. Percentile. There it is.
Okay, so I have her in one hand, a
Okay.
gun in
There's
the other.
percentile.
So my only option is to. I have two. I can either shoot your hand, or I can try and.
Or you
knock
can pull
the
her out of
stick
the way.
your hand, or I can pull her out of the way. That might be the easier one. All right, pull her out of the way.
You still have the phone
As he
going,
goes
right?
Yeah.
for it, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. As she goes for it, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
You hear the little voice out of the box saying, "Stake the fucking bitch."
No,
Yes.
no.
I won't be there in half an hour.
We are all equal members of this coterie, and I have questions for her.
Why do you
So
think
do
we
we.
want her to
Why do you think we
report
want to?
for a minute,
Why do you think we want to
dumbass?
stake her?
Because
You can screw it when you're done.
I don't. And that's not what I'm doing.
This time.
I want her coherent.
Trinisa walks up between the two of you. She'll be coherent after you pull the stake back out, but trust me, you've got 30 minutes to completely go ahead and get her in restraints. And I do mean full body restraints because this is an Assamite.
God, that's hot. Fine, whatever.
And I'm just gonna look at her and go, I'm sorry, dear. No, nothing personal.
Hold her out.
Boom.
I don't normally hold for this, however, this is... You don't shit where you eat. This is ridiculous.
I agree.
So-
And when you hear
How does the
what
stake-
we found out, at which point I'm going to go, I'm going to hold the phone. I'm like, you were recording all of this, I presume? Just making sure. I know.
doing after
Have to ask.
As I'm just
And I proceed.
with a stake
And I
in her
proceed
chest.
to, while we're waiting on the snack to arrive, I proceed to enlighten Trinise as to what we found out. And go, recordings will be provided, of course.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised that they're being so extreme in their methods. I am surprised that they are being so lax in their cleanup work,
There's got to be more to this.
which is why we need to talk to Tamina. She's directly implicated.
That's fair. Jonathan's a lot of things, and definitely when his unlife is on the line, a liar is not one of them. He may fudge the truth a bit if he's not needing to go ahead and tell the complete truth, but in this particular case, I know him well enough to know that he's not lying.
And then I proceed to recap everything to you as well, letting you know what we found out.
I messaged the boys, tell them to bring the skyline.
As you relate it to me, I go,
Okay.
okay. So I like put Tamina on the ground. I'm like, you're gonna tie her up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I go to walk into the room where Jonathan is. Like immediately. Like
It's
I just turn around
keypadded.
and
It's
go.
keypadded, so you don't have the code to get
You still
in.
left it open though, right?
No.
No.
I went through 3 doors to get to him.
Yeah,
And they're all keypadded.
She locked every single one of them after her.
And they've got the hydraulic door closed.
Yeah.
I'm like, as I walk back, I'm like, now, John's got the boys bringing a snack for him. He has at least earned a nibble.
No, he hasn't. We don't need him anymore, right? He's done.
Yes, we do.
We do still need him.
Why?
Because I'm not done talking to him, and afterwards
About
I might
what?
let you have fun with him.
About what? What can you give? What can you not give from him that you can give from Tamina?
The actual truth.
That's debatable.
That is debatable.
When you're as spineless of a jellyfish as Jonathan really is.
You're gonna fucking say whatever it is that'll save your ass, and if that means lying to the one person you know you shouldn't lie to, you're gonna do it
And I
anyway.
like pointed to Mina and I'm like, we don't even know if she was actually implicated or not. We don't know if anything he was telling us was actually the truth or if it was fed to him.
Rip back on the recording, play the exact portion of the list of this is who was
Right.
involved.
Yep.
That's fine. We don't.
I'm assuming you peruse the file. Have you started perusing the file on? Oh wait, I'm just going to check Jonathan's phone,
Okay.
and because I would have had that on me.
Yeah.
And see if David's responded that he sent the file.
Yep. You see the message back that he sent it. It was a lot faster than you thought because it was normally supposed to be, 10 minutes. But David's very efficient. There's a reason that Jonathan keeps him around. It keeps Jonathan focused.
Thank you, sweetie. Be back to you soon.
Does Tamina have a phone on her? I go over to her and I start rifling through her pockets and stuff.
She is actually does not have pockets, but she does have a belt pouch.
Okay.
And there is, along with several weapons, her phone
I
in there.
toss you the phone. I toss you Tamina's phone.
I'm gonna try and open it.
Nope.
Does it look like it's a punch code, thumb code? Can you?
Ocular.
Oh, that's not hard. I fucking pick up her head and I fucking pull her eyeball. And I pull her fucking.
I just go in and like, sorry, love.
I'm like, I'm not sorry.
Well, I'd say she's in torpor right now. So
Yeah.
she can, I'm just like, bink.
The most you get is a.
Like as you unlock the phone, I like slap her on the cheek. I'm like, thanks for the help.
She probably didn't hear you, but
No.
so open the phone and start. Open the phone, go to the server, unlock it, bring up the IMEI, show it to you, and then at that point I could just put it down on the table because we're going to root it. So
Yep. Okay. Who's opening up the files from David?
I'm assuming you guys are on your
You
way.
guys are on your way,
We're on
so
here, yeah.
I'm getting the car brought out. And we're gonna.
I'm
okay.
just idly
Takes
kicking
about
Tamina in the
half an hour, 45 minutes to get from the warehouse at the airport location.
When you say Skyline GTR,
Yeah.
that's a two-seater. Who else?
No, they're not.
One of us is cramming really tiny.
Oh, I'll cram really tiny. I'll fit in the boot. It's not a problem.
Originally, they were not.
They were not originally. Yeah.
Yeah, they're four-seaters.
If you
Yeah.
go,
They're four-seaters.
Oh wait.
yeah.
Oh, that thing. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like a little coupe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a nominal back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
when
too
you all say
Smurfs, then
Skyline,
it
I
works
think land yacht.
perfectly well as a back seat.
Yeah.
It's got as much of a back seat as my pickup does.
Yeah. So
It technically counts,
I'm
but
basically sat sideways in the back seat, I guess. Yeah.
It's like the original Datsun SE.
Don't
King
worry.
cab
There's
from
a
1979.
Japanese hold handle from the subway.
shit handle.
Where are you back there?
There you go.
a Jesus bar?
Yeah. No, just the ring.
Just the ring, a Jesus ring.
Yeah.
I regret my decisions.
So while we're waiting for them to arrive, I'm just going to sit down and go, fuck, this is complicated.
I just got a gun on Tamina as Chloe's like chewing on her ankle. Oh, she's just chewing.
I
Trinisa
fucking hate this.
Trinisa goes, okay, so are we moving her into the room or
Yes.
what? All right, let's do it now
do
before she.
You're
decides-
moving her in with him?
Yep.
There's more than one chair in there.
There is,
He's still hood covered, and she's torpid.
which means she's not
She's not
responsive.
going to make any noise at all.
Be happy I haven't killed Jonathan yet.
You stay in the other room.
No.
As we get to the second door, I'm covering so he can't see me typing the code.
Yeah, but I'm right behind you.
That's fine. You still can't see the code. And I'm just going to look at him before we go to the last door. I'm like, please don't touch him yet. Wait till they get here. She's got it under control. And I recommend, please, just, okay? We good?
Trinisa comes behind you. I still have use for Jonathan. So, if you don't mind,
Yeah, I have use for him too.
leave it.
let you in, please.
She just kind of looks at me. Drop it. Chloe's like, stop.
Drops the ankle.
I'm going to input the last code and drag Tamina in.
Does the door? So the door opens, right?
Yes.
I immediately throw Tamina as hard as I can into the room against the wall.
Gonna walk over, pick her up. So he heard the kathunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan is completely stiffened up. He's like,
Don't worry, darling. Somebody's just a little rough with their toys. Give me a moment, please. Gonna pick her up, put her in the other chair,
Like leaning
strap
against
her
the
down
wall.
extra tight.
yep.
Leaning
All
against the wall,
around.
super angry that I am.
I'm not gonna put a hood on her, but I am gonna cover her eyes.
Okay.
Are you at least gonna make sure the steak is still in?
Oh yeah. In fact, I'm going to tie a strap around the stake to make sure that sucker ain't coming out.
That's fair.
And I go ahead and I just thumb the hammer of the gun and I just put it against the back of her head. I'm like, I'm just gonna stand here. You're fine. Ask her whatever questions you want.
Well, it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Of course, you said that, which means he's now heard you.
Yeah, okay. I'm patient.
And I'm just like, I just roll my eyes. Okay, so darling, your food is on its way. It will be here shortly. Thank you for your patience. It is greatly appreciated.
It's not as though I have any choice.
This is true, but we aren't total monsters here, are we?
Speak for yourself.
Who is that?
Shut up.
You've heard of good cop, bad cop, darling?
Yes.
He's the bad cop.
Actually, I think of myself as bloodthirsty cop, but yeah, go ahead. Go off, queen.
So, your food will be here soon. Be patient.
Be happy we're even feeding you. You're a vampire. We don't need to believe in Geneva Conventions. They're being nice.
He audibly swallows.
Has it been enough time for them to arrive yet?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. I now that Tamina's all strapped, I'm like,
Saunter in.
Chloe's like,
nah. I'm like,
The boys bring
Drop
something
it.
decent to eat. How's the bite look?
Bite looks good. Very overly drama.
Drama llama. Mm-hmm. Hang on a second. Reach into the fridge, grab meat steak, start sauntering in. Toss it to Chloe. Motion to bring the snack.
I walk the snack along.
Get down, kind of a squat position, stare up at Jonathan. So, darling, be glad that I believe in hospitality.
I'm going to lift the hood
slightly.
just enough to expose his mouth, and let the snack.
Thank you.
enjoy that. It might be your last meal.
Bloodthirsty cop, remember?
Okay.
Thank you, darling. Enjoy. I'm gonna hold the wrist.
Okay. He goes ahead and basically sates himself. Let me. Okay. He manages to not drink the entire thing dry.
Good.
The poor kid.
A little paler than normal afterwards, but probably he's Jonathan's definitely feeling a lot better. Kid could feel a lot better after a transfusion.
Okay.
Get the kid a cheeseburger.
And a possible transfusion.
Might be a good idea.
Jonathan, love bug. Never thought you'd hear me in person, did you?
I never thought I would get the opportunity.
So now that you've eaten a little something, feel a little more inclined to elaborate, elucidate make life a little easier for the rest of us.
I've given you everything that I know.
Bullshit.
One thing about your clans that I do know, darling, is that aside from being artistic types, you're also very good performers, and I've seen your parties, darling. I know you have multiple faces.
One has to in order to survive in this particular world.
Exactly.
So you understand that distrust.
She just shrugs.
Because I think they've told you it's good cop, bad cop, right?
Apparently it's more
bloodthirsty cop.
bloodthirsty
Oh,
cop
thank you
than
for the
anything, but
correction.
There's
yes.
still room for a backup in this outfit.
No, there is no bad cop in this point.
Pretty sure she's the bad cop.
Pretty sure she is the annihilator. Anyways, what's your point? So shall we get down to proper business?
I already handed you my entire list. What more do you
Good.
want?
We're checking that. I want to know a little bit more about why. Why are you allowing this to happen?
What do the estimates have on you, Jonathan?
When I arrived here back in the 70s, there was a particular person running up and down the area, and I happened to help them. The Assamites found out, and rather than turning me over to the sheriffs, they told me that I could continue to do what I wished as long as I stopped helping humans with certain proclivities.
What proclivities?
There was a gentleman who, and I do use that term very loosely, who happened to feel the need to cleanse certain areas of certain cities.
Cleanse as in Sabbat cleanse?
Cleanse as in get rid of the hookers, cleanse.
Oh, serial killer, got it.
Rather an interesting individual, actually. He was quite intelligent.
His name wouldn't have to be Jack, would it?
No, this was 1974, not 1874. I'm not that old. Besides, Jack never came here.
Said
His
Jeff,
name was...
not Jack.
Oh, no, not Jeff either. His name was, Ridgway. He's an interesting individual, and if he hadn't had that particular proclivity, I might have actually thought about going ahead and taking him on. But unfortunately, he tended to push himself into particular ideas that were a little more shiny than others when it came to the spotlight. I tend to love the spotlight myself, but not to bring attention to the vampires. Or at least I didn't. Gary decided that he needed to continue on with his particular skill set, and the Sabbat chased him out of town and forced him into hiding, which he did so for a number of years. Recently was caught. But either way.
Was he one of us?
No, he was simply a human with a particular proclivity for rivers.
So, what you are saying is that you helped the Green River Killer?
Unfortunately, yes. And they found out. So, in return for not turning me over to the sheriff or anyone else, I was allowed to continue on with my particular brand of entertainment. And In return, I allowed the Sabbat to do, or rather the Assamites, to have access to my private domains.
So how long have you been to Mina's bitch?
About, what year is it now?
2022.
Yeah. About 20 years.
God, you're a spineless piece of shit.
Yes.
Storyteller. Was Portland affected by the the Endless Night? Or I think was it the Endless Night? The big Sabbat thing that took place in many cities.
Portland was one that was not actually, strangely enough, as far as
Okay.
I'm aware.
Yeah, because I don't remember, and I just wanted to make sure.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but I don't believe so.
Okay. Thank you.
So, knowing the Assamites, as I'm sure you do, darling,
We're gonna get to know them a bit better right now, aren't we?
would you have not been able to figure out kind of what's going on? Because, frankly,
When one,
the odor from that room should have turned anybody but one of mine into a pile of vomit. Think for a second before you answer.
had an inkling, probably. Asked questions, no.
Didn't say ask questions.
I like my unlife, thank you.
I know you do, darling, because it's so out there. Absolutely fantastic.
Fabulous.
I'm wondering exactly how many people you've had to bribe that are living to keep it this way.
How many pebbles are at the bottom of the sea?
So it's probably a good bet that you might potentially be hurting for a little financial help in this matter.
Darling, everybody is hurting financially.
Not everybody.
Well,
Your information could be paid for without it being paid for with your life.
Sheehan's all like, just, you don't work for the Asamites anymore, Jonathan. You work for us now. Do you understand that?
Maybe I should properly put it into a proper phrase. You're no longer Tamina's bitch.
Yeah.
You're mine.
fine.
Yeah, good. So now that means that any information that you have that might be useful to us about the Asamites and about everything that you've been involved with, you should probably give it to us now, seeing as now you're our property and we are allowed to destroy our property as we see fit. So stop with the honey words and all the you know, skirting around the issue. No, you fucking just do it. Just say it. And I might not shoot you in multiple limbs. I mean, we did just feed you. I know you can survive it.
Out of character, what name did you say he knew you as?
Julie.
Julie. So, now that you work for Julie and her company, we expect you to share any new information you get with us, under pain of death.
That's more than fair, I suppose.
So if you don't want to increase your tan, I strongly recommend you think over everything you've given us this evening. If there's any of it you wish to adjust, now is the time. And if you're a good boy, a very good boy, we will let you go. And you can return to your life. Hell, you could even start having some more parties, though I'd recommend subduing some a little bit.
Yeah. Well, apparently.
Tell you what, Jonathan. You make this right by me, I'll bankroll the next 24 parties. Think hard about this. 'Cause you know what I can get you. And you still owe me.
His entire body just sort of sags.
I'm going to text Trinisa, because I'm assuming she's paying attention to all of this.
She's in the room.
I'm going to text her, go, do you have any more of that dead blood on you?
She texts back, yes, 2 more vials. I always carry them, some with me. It's handy.
I don't want to have to stake Jonathan. I'd rather just temporarily incapacitate him when we take him out of here. It's still too early in the night.
She nods.
So, dear love, pumpkin, sweetie, darling, care to tell me anything else before I deal with this whore that's in the room with you?
It's rude to say about the German lady.
I'm used to it, darling.
That one works for me, too.
I'm well paid. I don't mind the moniker.
I look over at you and I'm like, now you owe me. You owe me a kill.
Oh, don't worry. We'll go hunting later.
Yeah, but I really wanted to kill Jonathan, specifically, for reasons. I say that loud now so that Jonathan can hear me.
Put your chubby away.
He stiffens a little bit.
Yeah, you spineless little shit. You're lucky they're here, because if they weren't, your head would have been painting the back wall already.
Oi! Thank you.
Youngsters.
She says to one of the oldest vampires in the room. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm just like, roll with it.
Children.
I don't know what else that I could tell you that you can't find out in the paperwork that I handed to you. But you're welcome to all of the other files that I have. And
That would be a good start.
anything that I find out from this point forward, of course, will end up being passed along to you. And I may be a spineless ass, but at least I'm still alive, which is a hell of a lot more than I would have been when I was turned.
As would a lot of us.
Did you guys ask him about Jacob?
That was going to be my final question. Do you know of thin blood brewer by the name of Jacob?
I know of him. I don't know him.
Do you have any interactions with him through proxy or otherwise?
No, but I have heard that he is usually brewing over in the industrial area in the Montgomery Park.
Who was your connection to him? Was it Christine?
Yes. Her and Owen both. I'm not sure why they got involved with him. They said something about Jacob's ladder. I'm not sure what that was all about. It wasn't interesting. I didn't pay attention.
Dude, he's got a lot of piercings. Oh, am I thinking of the wrong Jacob Ladder? I'm sorry. I mean, I shoot the gun in the air.
Poor Jonathan at this point. He just...
One of these days, that's going to ricochet and hit someone important.
The ultimate premature ejaculation, it seems. Okay, so Jonathan,
Yes.
ahead.
Thank you for being such a lovely dear. Pat him on the cheek again. It's going to be a pleasure doing business with you, darling. And I looked at Tamina and tell her to inject him, to nod.
You mean to Trinise?
Trinisa.
Janisa, sorry.
See, you guys did it to me with A's. I'm gonna do it to you with T's.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. I'll take that.
There's a reason I took
Fair
notes.
play.
There's a reason I took notes.
Look at Trinisa and go.
She takes it out, pops it in his jugular.
As she pops it in, you just hear.
It's like, part of me wants to look and see, but I don't want to know.
Ew. And Jonathan just sort of, and then slumps.
As he like starts to go down.
I'm going to look at.
Bye, little bitch.
And he doesn't even remotely, at 10, he got 12% to try and resist, so no.
John, can your boys take him somewhere
Far away from here.
far away from here and deposit him?
No, drop him off at Stovey's.
Ooh, that's a good thought.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Right where they found Celeste.
Yeah.
Drop him off right there.
No, you know what? That's a good point.
That's a good idea.
Just get the dead weight out of here.
Thank you.
Okay. So the boys go ahead and they unstrap him from there, pick him up, take him out.
Hey,
Like slapped me, and
make
I'm
sure
like,
that
this
that
dead
snack
man's
gets
blood,
fed. They didn't look too
Didn't
good.
look too good.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Jake already went ahead and took him.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he was looking a bit peaky on the way out.
Also, any news?
Not yet.
All right. Well,
We've got one of the biggest of the shipments coming up tonight.
we got one of our own that may be brewing.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
No, we'll take care of it.
but we're on it. If you hear or see anything, especially with the thin bloods, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Any of us know.
I'm going to look at John and just going to go and not facing her, but just to remind him that Trinisa's in the room.
It's open
That's
knowledge
fine.
at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm just sitting there and I'm just like,
Everybody who's anybody in the vampire
what is it
world
gonna take to
Portland
get you
knows
to take
we're
drugs?
on this assignment
Yeah.
at this point.
Like I'm literally holding a gun up to Tamina's head, and I'm like, come on, what's it gonna take? Like, I'm new to town, Okay, I've been here a while, whatever. But it's like a nice walk on the waterfront.
Have we finished downloading Tamina's phone?
I was about to say, like, I'm
you
currently,
still hitting on the sheriff?
I'm actively running interference on Trinise. Like as you guys are doing whatever you're doing.
She's just like staring at you like, really?
You're just
on.
macking on him.
I love it. I love it.
You're macking on a Ventru, no less.
Tell me you wouldn't want me to climb that jungle gym. Come on.
My God.
Put a sock in it.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Trying to put a sock on something. Shit.
I'm just. Oh my God. Okay.
She looks over at you.
I didn't pick him. I'm not a gangrel. Yeah. No. That's yeah.
Well, you can pick your nose and you pick your mates, but you can't wipe your mates on your arm.
I don't
Said
know.
that it
We
wasn't
almost-
on the couch, but
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, it could
or
be on
under
the
the
couch,
couch.
it could be in a bed. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm only listening to like one part of the conversation.
Is he always like this?
Yes,
And you haven't staked him why?
because I think it's funny.
I'm a little antsy.
Wow.
Well,
I have
to be
friends.
fair, he is rather amusing.
I mean,
He's
I could
daft,
set him
but
up
he's
with a friend.
Shit. I just lower the gun down to Tamina's leg and I shoot her in the leg. All right, I'm
So
better.
Tamina takes a couple aggravated damage.
Jesus Christ. God, poor
Like,
Trina.
all right, I'm better. Fucking.
my God.
I'm not used to getting rejected. Sorry, I have problems.
No, I understand the exuberance, my dear, but
Wow.
yeah. Okay, so you now have the same information we have.
Yeah.
Madam Sheriff, how would you recommend proceeding with Trinisa, or with Tamina?
With Tamina. Well,
Do you want to question her? Because,
I don't think that's an appropriate thing at all.
yeah,
But I don't feel considering I don't think that it's appropriate for me to question her alone.
Agreed.
I think
right.
perhaps
I'll play bad cop this time.
She hasn't met you yet.
Exactly.
that's fair, and that's probably a better way to approach things. She is taking by surprise is probably better, from what I've seen.
Start writing down to see if I can find the pliers. Hey, you could have.
Reach into my
Tool.
purse.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
I don't generally carry pliers on me.
All right.
All my cat was this close to pulling one of Jonathan's. This close.
All right. The spineless weasel though he is, he does have his uses.
And that's why I didn't.
I
You were that
appreciate
close
that.
to pulling his tooth. I was that close to pulling a spine, so I guess, you know. people
Let's at least get the screams out of the way with the teeth before you pull out the spine. After I've got his teeth, I don't care what you've got.
Sorry, I'm more used to making sure they stay quiet, so.
That's fair.
Sure, humanity.
Thankfully, this is completely soundproof.
I don't know about you.
So,
So, I don't need to tell you this, but I'm going to anyway because I would be a bad friend if I didn't. Don't uncover her eyes
fair.
and make doubly sure she's entirely strapped. And you can use this room. And we can watch from outside if you like.
Why does she have the ability to sway people?
Yes, unfortunately, she does.
Well, I'll stay with you then, because she ain't getting into my head.
That's why we keep her eyes covered.
Yeah, I have.
Assamites have a particular trait.
I actually have an unswayable mind. The fortitude.
I don't think she's going to appreciate a Bruja interrogating her.
Oh, she's not going to appreciate an
She's not gonna
interrogation,
appreciate
period.
any of this.
Probably doubly
I'm gonna
bad.
fucking make sure of it.
Definitely would not appreciate a Tremere.
So she's strapped to the chair, right?
She is
fully.
strapped to a
She's
table,
hard-strapped.
actually. She is hard strapped to a table that is at about a 30-degree angle.
like a lethal injection table.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
With a gun pressed to her head.
Bring me some lie.
And a little truth. What? Oh.
I didn't think we wanted her to lie. I thought we wanted
Not that kind of lie, mate.
He's thinking pig farm style.
You were college boy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
In like
You
1907.
hear a knock outside the door. Brought the lie.
See, I graduated in 1880, and even I know better.
Darling, if you would allow me to open this door.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we're going
hands
to talk
the lie
about the
up.
fact that you have a private soundproof room in our meeting area.
Are you kidding? You haven't seen
I didn't.
This has
Okay,
been
how
here
come
forever.
This is Thera's
But
property.
you're the only one who has the code.
No, she isn't.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you both have the codes, but we don't?
I don't have
You
to.
never
We didn't
asked.
hack the system the minute we took over?
I don't think I want to have that code.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, the
How do you
the
think they brought
assassin
Jonathan
sadist doesn't
in?
want the soundproof room code number. Come on.
I mean, we have that place set up at our.
Yeah, I could take him out to the West Hills, and it's the same idea.
Oh, yeah,
but
at your bar. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, climb up on top of her.
And this is why I've got a small flat
Straddle. Pliers.
by what's left.
Mouth open. Okay, I'm ready.
She's not going to be able to talk very well.
Nope.
Don't care.
Never had a
She can
dentist
mouth
appointment
it.
Before.
Oh, Jesus.
She's all
I'm
like
going to
trying
step out of the room,
talk.
and I'm just going to go to the little, turn on the screen, turn on the recorder.
I turn my phone on and I play.
Easy Street.
Oh, you're evil.
It will. Yeah, we could play Easy Street. Sure.
And I, knowing enough of Tremere history, will not be in the room because of the Treaty of Thorns.
Yes.
That's why I'm not in the room.
Yes. Stay away from that one.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
That's fine for you.
So-
No, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
That's why you let the Bruja and the Gangrel deal with this
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah. I
And
figure you lot are
poor,
exposed.
and poor Trinisa.
At least you're not playing Young Gravy's Oops.
I mean, that's fair.
We could also play What's New Pussycat?
No.
Oh no! Tom Jones, come on. No,
Don't defile
just a
John
war-
Jones.
That's yeah.
Don't defile
That's
him.
a
Yeah,
war
you're right.
crime.
Easy Street is better.
That's a war crime. Come on.
Close to the left of me, just
To the right, here I am,
Stuck in the middle.
Middle with you.
Okay,
Okay, somebody get
struck.
Moving along.
Struck, you guys. Come on.
Oh my god.
Copyright strikes, please.
Please, no copyright strikes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go
I
into
wasn't
the other
gonna
room,
finish it all. You guys.
and I'm
Not
gonna
myself.
just try and process it. We are going to try and process all of this
Fair. Very fair.
so we can avoid stains.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
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 There's going to be more.
So we're just sitting in the other room, just
Trinisa looks at the both of you. So, you ready for me to unstake her so that we can have a chat?
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
I don't, but it's necessary.
Yeah, you're right.
I need the knowledge. I need the info. I need to.
I just want to
Nah.
hurt her.
After we get that, you can have your chance. She takes out a bottle of...
yeah. You hear me just pop my head the door. She has her uses. She was once very instrumental to saving this city. She deserves some respect.
Fair enough.
That's why I haven't taken the tooth out yet.
And I haven't poured lye all over her.
She's not dead, right? I've done
No,
my
she's in
part.
torpor.
I've done my part.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a couple of slugs in her leg, but that's about it.
Just one.
Trinisa pulls out a blood bag. She's like, all right, so we're going to give her a little nibble after we pull out the steak, because otherwise she's not going to come out of torpor for at least another 24 hours.
I'm gonna take the chair and sit in it backwards, Riker style.
Nice.
If
Okay.
she takes you, I will drop you. Just so you know. Like
You
if start,
better.
Like if you start acting weird, I'm gonna drop you.
You better.
So she walks over, pulls out the steak,
Wakey, wakey, bitch.
immediately goes ahead and gives her a blood bag. Takes. Okay.
I'm gonna text you
Okay.
and say, oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. Just as a knowledge, because we should already all hopefully know this, the Azamites are currently known as the Banu Hakim.
Oh, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Well, she probably won't like me calling her an Azamite then.
No, do it.
Probably what I'm gonna do.
Emphasis on the ass.
Really want to
she's
freak her
got a
out?
nice
Call her
ass.
Khalif.
I mean,
All right, she starts to come to, very, very weak, and immediately notices that there's somebody sitting on top of her and there's something in her mouth.
Hold still.
It's not the worst thing you could have woken up with in your mouth. Just saying. It could have been a gun.
or worse.
It could have been a cross.
Boy, have you got the wrong vampire.
Crosses don't bother me.
What about guns? As I click the hammer down on the one next to her.
It's probably not the
I'm
first time
just
she had a
sitting
gun to her head.
watching. Intent.
Off me.
No.
Why?
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 Should be asking you that.
Why do you think you're here?
Don't.
Why do you think you've been taken?
It's a lot easier if you got the thing out of my mouth.
Let her talk.
Leave the plier this far away from her lips.
The fuck is going on?
We should be asking you that.
I arrived here to gain information, and the next thing I know, I'm being stabbed, and then I wake up and I'm being sat upon. What is happening?
Don't forget the bullet wound in your leg.
Yeah, that's kind of being reminded now. Thanks.
I'm watching, just trying to read her the whole time.
Oh, also, sorry about the ankle. My dog had that one.
God,
You'll heal.
what?
Yeah.
You'll heal a lot better
What
than
in
others
the
did.
actual fuck is going on?
All right, we'll just jump straight to the point. The room at Jonathan's party. Why was it there?
You sure don't beat around the bush.
And don't pull some Assamite bullshit.
Seriously, really?
Click, click. Really?
Really?
About 12 to 14 months ago, people started disappearing. I was asked to look into it
Bye.
by my elder.
Oh, so there's Assamite Elder in town. Good to know.
No,
No.
Damn it.
it's probably her elder back east. Or in the Far East. Middle East,
In the
sorry.
mountain?
My elder asked me to look into it because they were throwing links at us.
Link?
That is not who we are.
Well, obviously,
No, they're not.
it is somebody.
Yeah, well, I
asked
managed
her
to
about
track it
Owen.
as far as Owen, and I haven't been able to get much further than that. But that's really pressing on my sternum.
Wiggle a little. Better.
Yes, thank you. I've been trying to gather further information about Owen, and I keep getting roadblocks.
Have you tried talking to his ghoul, Christine?
Oh, that little bitch? Oh, she and I have gone rounds several times.
Why is she still?
You threatened to turn her? That might change her mind.
No, she wants to be turned. I
You
refuse.
threatened to turn her with a nos.
That's devious. Even for me. No, I don't threaten with other people's lineage.
I was about to say we could also do mouse.
Say, whose threat? That could have been a promise.
That's fair, however.
Could threaten her with a tremere, too.
They're not as crazy.
Either way,
No, but then...
I have been trying to get in somewhere to link everybody together because there's something happening here in Portland and I can't seem to put my finger on any of the pies. They keep moving.
It's what happens when they're mobile.
See, I feel like one of the biggest problems with this place is there's not enough violence.
I'm watching the monitor.
what you
Is
mean.
Tamina telling the truth?
Tamina seems to be telling the truth. She is uncomfortable at the very least. She does not like the fact that she doesn't have any access to any of her options to help control the room. And she's exceedingly frustrated.
I noisily get out of my chair and drag it with me over to her.
I see.
And I sit back down.
All right. So, there's at least two of you.
Click, click.
You really have no idea what situation you're in right now, do you?
I really don't.
I see.
Frankly, I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't understand. I've been trying to work with Tranisa.
So let me paint a little picture for you. You show up to a party, and there's, well, what we found at that party. And we know who's supplying, and we know everything else about it except for just a couple of little things. So, and I pour just a little bit of the powder on the gunshot wound.
So you telling me with all of your resources and all of your power in this town, you have no idea what the Assamites under you are doing at all?
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
I've been trying to link them to it so that my sire can take care of it.
So your sire.
I'm going to press the button on the microphone.
And who's your sire? Who is your sire?
Give me 2 seconds. I'll get you that info.
Indeed. I forgot to look it up.
Basra ibn al-Farsi.
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 Actually,
So then if you're not controlling the Asmites in town, who is?
I'm going to press the button on the microphone for the room. Who's Owen's sire?
That's something that I've been trying to find out. Al-Farsi doesn't know.
So you have you have a Banu Hakim generating new Banu Hakim without clearance from the Caliph?
Why do you think I was sent here?
You live here, darling.
Yes and no.
well,
I have a home here, but until 2.5 years ago, I wasn't here.
I can relate to that.
I came here because things started to happen.
Prince was still alive at that time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Things that couldn't be explained.
I'm going to start going through her phone while they're talking, and I'm in the other room. I'm going to start going through what we pulled off of her phone and start
Okay.
looking for emails, instruction sets, anything that backs up what she's saying.
Yep, you find them, actually. There is a long email history between her and her sire that discusses the fact that she was to go back to Portland to find out what was going on, because there was someone there who was claiming to be Asamite Monsarif, and who seemed to be in the center, or at least connected somehow, to disappearances across the United States. And it seemed to stem from several different places, and also in Europe. Mostly teenagers, late teens, early 20s, usually runaways or tourists.
Where?
Your general hostel type situation where they arrive, everything goes great for about 2 days, and then they disappear.
I'm going to walk into the room without telling anybody I'm doing it. I'm going to walk in the room, remove her blindfold, release her wrists, and say, I am terribly sorry. There's been a grand misunderstanding. I owe you for this, and I am terribly sorry. And I hand them the phone with the email list.
But she's telling the truth.
Trinisa is pissed. What in the ever-loving?
We played you what motivated this.
You saw what we saw.
I hand her phone back,
Tamina takes her phone.
and I pour some water on the wound.
Thank you. And she
still
looks at
sitting there.
Trinisa.
She's still sitting on her laptop.
She looks over at Trinisa and she said, I couldn't tell you. This is bloodline business. I couldn't tell you.
Well, maybe you should start talking.
I'm going to look at Trinisa. I'm going, you don't by any chance have anyone who's in need of judgment? She's going to need to feed.
Strangely, I do have a few.
I hate this cloak and dagger bullshit.
Mistress Chimina,
I fucking stand up.
I was just
again, I am terribly sorry for
Someone
this,
points at
and I
somebody
owe
and
you
says,
big time.
Yeah, well.
As a first start, if Trinisa could point us the right way so that you may feed and heal.
Trinisa says, that's not a problem. You can, I actually have a few at my home. There were a couple of my ghouls who were not as up to snuff as they might have wanted to be. So that's not a problem. We can go ahead and get you fed. But, dearest, I think perhaps from this point forward, if
No
we want
secrets.
to get anything done at all in this town, we need to not have any more secrets, bloodline or otherwise. This is becoming more than just your bloodline that's a problem.
Especially with the SI sniffing around again.
Tell me about it. I'm getting mighty sick of my own people right now.
Okay, so I just there's like a website that I can go on, like a dark web website where I can usually where I pick up like assassination attempts and whatnot. I put out a bounty on Owen.
Alive, please.
Yes, only alive.
I'm going to walk over to where we took all of her stuff. I'm going to grab her ritual dagger
Okay.
and hand it to her, edge facing me.
Thank you. She takes it, puts it back into her pouch.
Just so we're clear, love, before I get off of you, and I understand you could throw me. You understand exactly why we've got this problem, because I know you know what was in that room. And that is not something that just your clan has to clean up.
We have to work together if we want to make it through all of this. I know you bear the weight of the knowledge of what you had to do prior to Thera's demise. And it's because of that that I respect you as much as I do. But we have to work together if we're going to get through this.
She nods. Yes, that's fair.
So one more question, dear. Whose body parts? Because that room was foul.
Who killed Celeste?
Who did the cleanup?
A number of people, but most of them under Owen, as far as I can tell.
Can we have
But the victims themselves, I would say probably 90% of them had been thinbloods,
the cleaners or the bodies?
the bodies. Someone has decided not just to go ahead and create them, but anyone who stands either against whoever it is or who doesn't work up to snuff is what they expect. They end up getting killed. If they're not strong enough, not fast enough, if they don't have enough whatever these people are looking for.
So-
You made a
trying to build-
mistake, because I extended my protection to that thin blood.
As did I.
She was a very sweet girl.
I know.
Any idea where we can find Christine? She should be step
Christine
number one.
is in the wind. As soon as they got raided, Christine took off.
I edit my hit to be both Owen and Christine. Alive only. Alive only. And it's a big price tag.
That's fair.
So
Did you include a description, at least? Do we know what they look like? Or a photo?
Yeah, well, because I imagine we were at the party. They were at the party, right? They were.
Yeah, they were at the party.
Yeah, so yeah, no.
So we got images?
Chances are she got images. I just assume she documents fucking everything. So,
You never know.
Proper researcher documents everything.
Yep.
So one more question, honey. Who's Tempest? Where's Tempest?
Tempest. Oh, Tempest. Tempest is a dearest angel. And I use that term very ironically.
Any relation to Messiah?
the Messiah?
Yes, unfortunately, she works directly with him.
You seem to understand where we're going down this track, right?
Yeah, I do.
So it would probably behoove you to start spilling.
Don't threaten the Bono King.
Let me discuss it with my sire, please. It's not that I won't, but he does need to know that I am working outside of us.
And you are tied to his will, I understand.
If you have
It
to
is-
bring him in to discuss this,
It is
We
not
can
just
have
my
the open
responsibility.
communication.
It's not just my responsibility. You have to understand. I owe him everything.
Oh, I get that. As I said, if you need to open an extra line of communication, we can do that.
I'll have to.
I don't tell anybody other than her that we hacked Tamina's phone.
I just assume if it's in one of your
If we hold it, it's gonna get hacked.
There we go.
well, you do your thing.
Yeah. Well, that one got a can opener on it. And that one too.
However, I would greatly appreciate a response within the next 48 hours of some form.
We work quickly, I will say that. So it's been one of the biggest frustrations with this entire situation that I was not able to track anything down. It's part of why I was going to actually come here today and talk with Alexandra about potentially bringing her in.
You realize there's some of us who could do more than her, correct?
Now, yes.
Good.
I didn't know anyone else.
Damn, we fucked up.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We fucked up real
Wait a
bad.
minute. Wait.
I
What you mean we, Yank?
Guilt by association, darling.
Piss off.
like, shut up as I start to fucking meticulously remove the bullet from the wound.
I'm going to.
I mean, I was a doctor.
In the other room, I'm just gathering up all the info we have so far
Okay?
Yeah,
and compiling it all into a file while they're doing what
yeah.
they're
While
doing.
she's still on the table, I'm taking care of it.
And I'm going to copy it all to a hard drive or to a thumb drive.
Okay. If you can let me up and give me a
yeah.
computer.
1 minute, I'm not done yet. I'm still sewing.
Whenever
It'll heal just fine.
Yeah, I feel bad though.
Let him play with it. It's better than what he wanted to do.
I'm cleaning it. No, it's actually surprisingly good.
I'm so glad I'm
stitch work,
watching
too.
this on the CCTV. Like, I don't want no part of it in this room.
I'm going to walk in, hand her the thumb drive. This is what we have so far. Please share it with the Caliph.
Thank you. If I have access to a computer, I can do that now.
Hey, let's say
I'm
while
going
I'm
to
down
pop up
here.
a spare profile on the laptop, a guest profile.
All right?
I will say while I'm down here, you have very nice ankles.
Thank you. I was a belly dancer at one point.
Are you still trying to mac on the prisoner?
Different prisoner.
Different prisoner.
Different prisoner.
Different person entirely.
Okay.
At first he was after
Actually,
Trinisa.
the
Okay,
other person,
then.
yeah, that's Teresa.
He was after Trinisa,
Yeah,
and now
Teresa's
he's, yeah.
And not a
Now he's
prisoner.
macking on her.
Technically.
She,
Let me guess. You.
It was Elizabeth's fault. She said she had a nice ass. So,
she doesn't
Malpractice, malpractice, malpractice.
not a doctor anymore.
Yeah, he's not certified
care.
anymore.
Yeah.
He just works on pigs.
Honey Badger don't care.
And my dumbass.
Don't be a dumbass.
Do you see the scars?
Tamina goes ahead and gets online, gets onto a secured server, contacts, and you see pops up actually a continuation of a discussion between her and her sire. Contacts him, gives him a call while she's there. Pick up. Now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not saying that.
I don't have heightened senses, so I can't
Fine. Yes. All right, fine. Yes. Just get on the computer, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh my God.
What did you want us to know?
How fast he's old
this-
enough that he's not exactly technically inclined. Al-Farsi's been around a while. considering how old she
Al-Farsi
is.
has some assistance with the computer system simply because he's a Luddite.
How do I
It's
use
fine.
the Google?
Yeah, kind of.
What's that? How do I use the Google?
You know, that's fair.
He
Fair.
Yeah.
he pops up on the chat, and she doesn't even remotely try to hide the entire chat, and she pops in the drive, and sends everything. This is what we have. This is what's happening. I have to bring them in because otherwise we will not get anywhere. And the response is, do what you must.
Thank you.
So in Farsi,
We got lucky.
I say thank you, my lord. It is an honor and a privilege to meet someone of your stature.
Which she, I assume, passes along.
Yep. And the response back is, who the hell speaks Farsi anymore? At least over there.
Most Persians, yeah.
Most Persians, yes.
Persians do.
But he dates back to Sumerian.
Yeah. Considering how old she is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am very respectful. I'm very, very nice in about things. And
Yeah, he responds back, I appreciate your politeness, and you are welcome to assist in this. We appreciate your assistance.
thank you.
And with that, it is about time to jump off at this point. I think it's a good jumping off spot.
We dodged a bullet.
You dodged a huge bullet.
What are you talking about? You dodged an entire artillery barrage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off the entire Banu Hakim.
So the Banu Hakim are now going to, help back this whole situation. Congratulations.
Good job.
You have gotten
guys.
a decent ally.
So
I
close.
pretty much
That
just
was
stayed back.
scary as fuck. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'll let you do the outro now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us again today for episode 4 of Nights of Faded Roses. We appreciate seeing all of you. Again, if you would like to donate to see further episodes, we would love to see that happen as well. Remember, down below is the link to the lovely PayPal account to the Willamette Falls Studios. And you can find us on Twitter at PDX Gaming Productions, and you can find our specific group of Nights of Faded Roses on Facebook. So we look forward to seeing you again, and thank you all for joining us. Good night.